Welcome back, everyone. Start of playoffs, some new faces around, and some new teams. But only one, by the end of this week, can come away with a win for themselves. I am known as Nova. I'm joined by Mr. Tzazik himself here to lead us through just this first series of today. But hopefully it'll be the most exciting one, as this is the only one you're here for, mate, aren't you?
It is indeed. It's Propel and Rain, so we'll see how this game will go. It's in Academy, and both teams are looking to get a good day and hopefully get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and it'll be a tough run for Propel and Rain. As you can see, they're in their lower bracket round one there, with Unitu and Bahamut on the other side. Both having to get 2 wins just to make it into playoffs. 1 life for them, and they will meet Trickery and Coyote in that lower bracket. On the other side, in the upper bracket, Marusium and Ascent versus, I'm going to completely screw up this name, as I've already bottled 1 or 2, Xinjiang and Livens, whatever their name is. 2 good teams. They've battled their way throughout the season to be in the upper bracket. But first, we'll have to focus on this one we have up at hand. Propel versus Rain will be one of the 3 series we have today. And yeah, the other 2, if you want to take us through them real quick, to seek.
Yeah, it will obviously, as we've said, Rain and Propel, who afterwards will be going up against the Illusory team, and then we have the Systema Solaris against Aspire Esports teams in the upper brackets.
Yeah, so it'll be a good day overall already. Both teams, there's 5 here. All 5 of them gave a good run, a good account for themselves throughout the season. But look, there's been a few delays. We do want to get right into it with the servers being down. But before we do, how about we go through the predictions? Tzazik, was a tough one. We actually took 5 or 10 minutes to decide what we wanted. But I think we both came to an agreement. If you want to talk about yours first.
I think so. I was looking at both the stats for each team and how they've done so far this season, and I just can't see a way for Rain to come through. But I have made it close. I'm thinking it's going to be 4-3 for Propel.
Yeah, and I went similar. 4-2 to Propel. Better win rate this season. More wins. Neither team ending up with a win in their last 2 weeks of the playoffs, or of the regular season rather, the league play. But right now, they will not care about their own win rates. They will not care about each other's win rates. 7 matches to separate each other at most. Best of 7, but they will want to both start off strong here. So we get right into game 1 between Deathcloud Esports Rain and Momentum's Propel.
Hopefully it'll be a good one on Manfield night. They'll want to try and get that first win, to get that momentum, to keep them going. So we'll see who can make sure they start right.
And look, both teams we have on one side, as far as I'm aware, Stork, BMD and Hodge. Hodge, the captain, going on the basis saying that he believes that because they are the underdogs, they are in the position where they're going to find it easier. Not every team's like that. Some teams want to be dominant and they're proudly that way. But Hodge prefers to be in this position where people are doubting him. But we'll have to see if that comes away from him. As on the other side, we have Customs, Beefy, and Banja. And looks slightly stronger season to seek. We'll see if that translates to playoff or play-ins even.
We'll see indeed as we start off game 1, and a quick play from Propel off the kickoff, but it's just unable to be made anything useful from it. But Customs can now try get a shot, but with BMD being straight in his way.
Yeah, it's early pressure. Both sides actually sort of starting to feel each other out. But the difference is Hodge getting a shot away there, as did Stork. The demo trade coming out but past midfield. BMD back post there to clear it away. This positioning, these double commits are going to be the big difference, especially in this tier. Can you stay on the same wavelength as your teammates? Can you communicate well? And most importantly of all, can you stay out of each other's way? If you can manage that and not triple commit on your own goal line, you should be able to win. And somehow, they've managed to get away with it so far.
Indeed, Rain have gotten a bit lucky after that pressure, but Propel don't want to let it go, as Customs just misses the ball and can't get a shot off. Stork is a little awkward here, as Biffy immediately goes for the challenge. Banja now tries to read it off the wall, hits it to the side, but can't put it into the middle for any of his teammates. BMD clears it away, just trying to relieve some pressure, as Stork booms it upfield. As the demo comes through as well on Banja. The whiff as well. Biffy's able to make the shot count in off of the post.
It's a great finish. A bit unfortunate from Stork, just can't quite reach it, but the placement is wonderful. It comes after a long wave of pressure where they're getting the boost, they're getting the domination, the rotations are there. And so far, if that's how things are going to be for Propel, then it might be easier than just a 4-2 or 4-3. They could get this done much quicker, but they need to stay on top of the rotations, keep up with that boost game, and they'll find themselves in a better position. Now Customs here gets the 50, but a demo trade happening in the midfield. That'll give some time for Death Cloud Rain to make something happen, just even to get back into position. Instead, they're still facing the pressure right now. And Propel, if they play well, they're not going to hold off of it, and they could find the next goal very easily.
Indeed, and it just looks like Rain are trying to keep the pressure off of themselves and keeping that ball away, as it just stays in the midfield. Customs gets a good demo and gives his team some space. Banja can just get a pop shot off, but Hodge is able to make a save pretty easily, as BMD gets a 50 and another, but it goes to his teammate Stork, and he's able to get the boost and try to just push Banja away. Biffy now will try to bring it up the wall and play it from the side. None of his teammates are there, and Stork can just catch it and bring pressure off for his teammates.
Yeah, the big difference maker right now really seems to be more so the first touches rather than anything in my eyes. Momentum's Propel team, they're very much willing to just take that soft touch when needed. They don't need to boom it away. Meanwhile, compare that to Rain. They're booming it at every touch they really get. That's the first time I've seen Stork try to control the ball in a while. And even then, they get punished for it. Beefy with the finish, doubling the lead. And so far, they haven't been under threat at all. They're capitalizing on their own pressure.
Indeed, and it just looks like Rain's just trying to survive as much as they can, but it's not working well for them. As we get this kickoff underway again to restart, we have 2:11 left on the clock. We'll see if Rain can actually keep their put pressure on to Propel. There's a little whiff on the goal line, but Biffy's able to make the escape for Propel as a 50 comes through. And we see them booming the ball away, trying to relieve some pressure. The Rain are now trying to put more and more on. Stork just, the boost doesn't spawn for him in time, and BMD is able to get a 50 into the side. And now with Stork trying to get 50 forward, BMD's there to try and follow up on it. It bounces off the corner, there's a little whiff there, but it's lucky the Banja was on the goal line ready for the shot.
Yeah, 90 seconds left. You're starting to see that Cloud Esports Rain team pull it back, create some chances. But the unfortunate side of it is they are using everything in the tank when they are going forward. We saw it just there at the end of the play that they ran out of boost. Meanwhile, Beefy almost pulling off an insane dunk to make that lead 3-0. And we see it here again, 0 boost on all players on this orange side. They're booming it away, could work out, but no, the demo plays, it's another thing that Momentum of the Propel have been doing well here, and with minutes left, if they just continue it on, it really feels hard to see Rain pull themselves back into this one.
Indeed, it's just been unlucky for Rain so far. They can't keep the pressure away, as it's saved away from Hodge. He can actually try to get a counter-attack going, giving good control on the ball, but Banja's able to make the 50 against him. Stork now just tries to put it off of the backboard for any of his teammates, but none of them are there, as Customs can clear it forward and keep the pressure off of Propel, trying to just push more on to Rain to make them make mistakes as often as possible.
Yeah, and they are trying to force them all the same. Oh, and was talking about mistakes, that is a huge one. Yes, you're chasing the game of your Rain, but it doesn't quite work out for Hodge, who just booms into midfield. Customs saying, see you later. And 3-0, I think we can call that game 1 Momentum.
It could be indeed. We'll see though if Rain can get a consolation goal to try and put some momentum for themselves in going into game 2. We have 13 seconds left, and hopefully Rain can just try and not concede anymore to make it even worse for themselves. As BMD just gets a pop shot off and it goes straight into the net. There was no defense to be found from Propel.
Yeah, and credit given where credit's due to Hodge specifically throwing off the defensive Propel there with the fake, then going into hunt mode, trying to find the demo, forcing his opposition to one side, leaving a bit of an opening in that one side of the net. It is too little too late all the same, but they do have the momentum now, pun fully intended. And they can give themselves something to bring into the next game. But right now, what? Okay, never mind. They don't have the momentum. Propel and Banja specifically make me my own words. Game 1, going to Propel as they take it 4-1 in style.
Indeed, and it's just unlucky for Rain. They can't keep that momentum going for them. Propel just easily can take up the win.
Yeah, and look, when it rains, it pours. 4-1 right there. 11 shots to 5, and you could really feel it, especially with that early game pressure, which is what made the big difference in that game to Zeke. They kept on pushing them in their own half. Propel kept on putting Rain in their own half, kept on getting the boost steals, and kept on getting smart touches. They're not giving away possession. Yes, Rain improved on it, especially after the second goal went in. They started focusing up, realizing, yeah, we are making mistakes here. But at the end of the day, they still conceded more goals in the remainder of the game, even after they improved. So they're going to have to look to fix that. But still, another 3 games at least in the series to try and change it up.
Indeed, and we'll see if Rain can try to make something of it in this game too. As we're going to get underway soon in Forbidden Temple, we'll see, can Rain get some momentum for themselves, or will Propel just be too much for them?
Well, look, 5 minutes in this game. Make your move, Rain. Because you don't have much time. 5 minutes sounds like a lot in Rocket League terms, but flies by just like that if it starts to go wrong even for a second. It went very wrong for them from the get-go last game, but they do win the kickoff to start it off, or maybe that was the plan. Back left it for Beefy. Back right it rather, all the same. He will take into the air. Customs getting the 50 into the midfield. Who's up first? It is Stork. And yet again, we're talking about the boost game last game. Talking about it more this game. Low on all fronts. But at least they have the ball in the blue half.
Indeed, and it just seems like they're trying to ramp up the pressure a little more and ramp up the speed. But it's just, nothing seems to be working out for them. Propel can just take it out of their own half fairly easily as Banja tries to get a 50, but Hodge is able to make sure that goes forward into the other half. As he gets another 50 on a player, and Stork's able to follow up for him and try to push it forward. But no one's there for the pass. Customs able to just boom it forward. Banja can take it off the wall, but it's just a little bit of a miss as Beefy's able to bring it to Customs as he pinches it downfield. Hodge being there for the catch, keeping control of the ball. Good demo from Stork on to one of the Propel players, and Hodge is able to get the 50. And Banja, though, is just able to get back and cut in time for his team.
It must be mentioned, we're starting to see Rain employ the tactics that Propel were introducing last match. The demo plays, the soft first touches. It was working for them, but a miss when they're on offense meant that they started to fall under pressure. And furthermore, proved here, a bump back post by Customs. That is brilliant from him. Takes one man out of the play, causing Stork to be a bit backwards. And that 1 second of pressure, that one mistake, Propel take advantage of it. And they see themselves with the lead 90 seconds in.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can either double that or fall short. And it seems to be a good 50 from Hodge, and Stork will take the goal from him.
Yeah, and the first time we can really say that Propel have made a massive mistake there. Overcommitting completely, a miss coming out as well. And that's what we've wanted to see from Rain. We've wanted to see them capitalize when that opportunity has opened for them. They finally capitalized once, but it still is a tied game, so we need to see them keep on going. But it's been, look, I think you'll agree with me, it's been very good from them. in the opening 110 seconds we've had.
Indeed, it has been, and as well as that, Hodge was telling me that they never win in game 1. So we'll see if they can actually bring it forward against the Propel here, because it's as he said, they didn't win game 1, but they seem to win series. So we'll see if they actually can. As Beefy tried to get a good shot off, but Stork was able to block it, and BMD just clears it away. Customs taking a soft touch and trying to get it off the wall, as Stork is there for an interception, and it's 2 misses as a double commit, and Hodge is able to get the shot off.
Yeah, and that is such a good boom by Storkus there. It looks like he pinches it off the ground almost to get that much power on the bounce. Hodge capitalizing on the miss. You have to be there to finish it. You can say it's a free goal all you like, but it is so much better. The positioning, the rotations, they're not running over each other anymore. And sure, maybe they did only get 5 wins this season throughout league play, but that doesn't matter because, like you said, they have been better in game 2 and onwards. And we are seeing it here as Banja playing a bit shaky on his own backboard, but that's not going to matter right now. They just want to start a counterattack and get back into the lead where they like to be.
Indeed, but it seems to be just a little bit of miscommunication from Propel, as the pass couldn't be there for them, as it's in the middle again, but Stork's able to get the 50, BMD is able to launch it forward, and Banja just is back in the other half. A good demo there from BMD, and no one's there to follow up on it. Biffy's able to pass it over to Customs, who gets a little bit unlucky with the jump, and he gets it. Biffy's able to make sure they stay on the ball. Hodge now just off of the wall, trying to push his team forward and try to get a bit more of a chance forward. Stork's able to clear it away, but it's just nothing much that Rain's able to do here in this situation. Propel, though, able to take some pressure off. Gets a little good hit from Biffy, but BMD's there for the save, and Banja can just try get a little bit of a pop shot off. It's just off of the backboard, and it seems that Rain are just getting a bit more laid back in this game.
Yes, and they can afford to be a bit more laid back because they are controlling the boost. I've been noticing a bit here now. You look at that blue side, you look at the blue team, Propel, they are running on fumes at times, especially when they finish off their attacks. But on the other side of things, Rain, they are controlling the boost, they're not wasting everything, and yet Rain get capitalized on Propel. They only need that one opportunity, one demo, one bump. Customs, he makes it all happen. And it's tied game once more.
Indeed, and it's a case that Customs got 2 button demos on the defense, and it just helped his team out so much, and it's a good kickoff from Banja, as BMD has to make a quick touch to get it away.
Yeah, manages to get away quick enough, but now the pressure's right against them once more. Momentum with the momentum as Hodge plays outside, 50 with Banja between Stork. And this one's getting much more cagey. It was a very free-flowing match, but now everyone just wanting a touch on that ball, not willing to let it get past them. And I think Rain just need to calm down. They were playing a very solid game for a while, keeping possession, keeping the boost game. They just need to get back into that rhythm rather than panicking. It's that one, Banja, it's a shaky touch. Oh my! They 50'd into their own net. Stork will say thank you very much. That one, a bit of a mistake.
Indeed, it seemed to be a bit of miscommunication. Banja had control of the ball, but Customs felt the need to try and clear it away as it's now 3-2 with 12 seconds left. Can Propel find a way back into this game?
They're trying at the very least. That's a great pass midfield onto the backboard. Who's there to follow? No one is there. And Rain will make it 1-1. Night and day better than that game 1 from them.
Definitely, and I just want to point out one thing that was unlucky from Biffy. He's in the top 10 scorers so far for Academy, so it's unlucky that he couldn't get the shot off there at the end.
Yeah, it would have been brilliant if he could have. Still, you do have to look at it statistically. They were quite good at creating the chances at Propel, but the issue was they weren't coming away with the goals. They weren't coming away with the clinical chances. And more importantly, it felt like the chances they were giving up were just a bit too I don't want to say free, because nothing comes free in Rocket League, but they're making it too easy on their opponents, especially with the own goal. Hopefully they can put it in the past, because we want to see some good Rocket League here. I'd love to see it go to full length, but neither of these teams would. They want to just finish it off 4-1. But look, we don't decide. They're the ones that decide, so let's see what happens.
Exactly, and it seems like that's just a little reset for both teams. They'll see about keeping their mental together and trying to stay good in this series as it's 1-1. They'll hopefully try to push forward and get this game going their way and keeping their pressure on.
Yeah, and DFH Stadium, just the place to look for it. Are we going to see another back right or back left corner kickoff by any chance? This time Banja on it. Biffy was the one who made it honest work last time. But let's see what both teams have to say for themselves as we get right underway. A strong kickoff. Custom's going to catch it, take it up the wall. Does he have a man in the midfield? Stork saying, not happening anytime today, mate. But the pressure's still on. That's another dive. Stork in a 1v1 early on. Tries to go for the pass instead, controlling it. And so far, it feels a bit like game one. Just a bit of a shaky start from both teams.
Yeah, indeed, and it was just unlucky. The pass was hit a bit too hard for Stork. But now Biffy trying to get a chance, but Hodge is able to get a 50 off. Customs tries to put it in the middle. None of his teammates are there though, unfortunately, and BMD can just get a good clearance as it's hit back from Banja, and Stork clears it back all the way to the Propel's end as he tries to pass. There's a pass in the midfield, but no one was there for the shot again. Banja can try to take it up the wall and try to give his team a better chance at scoring, but Stork intercepts it immediately with Biffy getting a bit of a pinch on that clearance.
That's a great demo. It's what worked quite well for Rain last match. And you know what? It's what I want to see more from Propel this match. It worked very well for them game one when they're going for the demo and bump plays. And even last match when they were pulling them off, they caused goals. Both of their goals, if I'm not mistaken, involved a bump or a demo in them. So if we can see more of it happening here, I can see some success coming out for Propel. But right now, they are struggling with the midfield battle. Both teams struggling a bit with the boost. And that's another demo. It's always Customs causing it to happen. Can Banja be first out when he loses the 50? So the demo will be for naught, but it's encouraging signs all the same from them.
Definitely so, and Stork tried to get a good bump on Biffy, but his teammate just didn't follow up on the ball. He can get control now, but Banja's quickly onto him, making sure that they can't get any chances forward, as BMD just bumps Biffy out the way. A little bit of a bully kind of system, and Hodge just tries to get a good 50 and does. It goes his way, but Stork can't get to the ball in time, and Biffy is able to clear it forward. Customs getting a good 50. And Biffy's at the sidewall ready to make the pass, but the shot just isn't there. It's unlucky for Propel, but hopefully they can keep it going, and we'll see if Rain can keep that pressure, if they can keep soaking up the pressure and maybe get a good chance themselves on counter. And it seems to be a chance there for them, but it's just unlucky. Hodge can't get the shot off, but BMD is there! He comes in out of nowhere and is able to make such a good shot that Biffy could do nothing but sit in net for.
Is this Academy or is this Master? Stork beating 1, beating 2, beating 3. Then it goes to Hodge, who just manages to do, he does everything right there. Takes up the wall, gets the pass, then gets the fake play. And who's there? None other than BMD to finish it. That was wonderful. But down the other end of the pitch, I'm getting too worked up over the fakes, over the beats, over everything. Sometimes you just need to resort to rule 1 Rocket League, bang the ball as hard as you can off the backboard. Customs there to bang it into the back of the net. And both teams finally starting to play with a bit of confidence.
Definitely, and it's being an incredible series so far. It's been really 50-50 in terms of ability, as Banja was able to beat out Hodge there on that challenge, but couldn't get the shot off on target. No one's there for the shot, however, as it just falls in front of the goal. Stork's able to take it away though, and Hodge will follow this, trying to get a good bang, and trying to make sure that his team can keep that pressure on to Propel, and hopefully regain their lead into this game.
Still so much time for either team to try it out. Bit of a double commit there, and it manages to go in anyways. I think the double commit might have thrown the defense off, because Stork getting back around to his backboard pass and putting themselves in the lead once more.
Yeah, it just looked to be a case of Customs having no boost. He couldn't get to that ball. But we'll see if Propel can do what they did last time and get a good, quick equalizer. And it seems that Banja now being on the attack tries to go for the double, but can't get it. Customs is there for the shot, however, and it's into the top corner.
Yeah, and that's just the response you wanted to see. It's what the Rain did earlier for their first goal, to pass onto the backboard into a fake, and it means the person waiting on the edge of the box can come across for the finish. And Customs, he's been having such a great series today, and he is showing it even more on the offensive side of things in this game 3.
Yeah, definitely. It looks to be Customs being a very standout player right now on that Propel team. And there's a little bump on the back line there. Biffy's able to come away with it though. It seems Propel got a little lucky that Rain made nothing of it. Stork though can hit it to the side. Beefy's waiting for it and the shot's there and it's in! It just rolls up off of the post slightly and makes its way, just drags over across the finish line.
That is a great angle to find from it. It's a tight one. But again, as soon as they're causing a bit of pressure, as soon as they're forcing their opponents to be just a bit awkward, they are coming away with so much more chances. Yet again, leading the shots 6 shots to 5. So it's not as dominant as it had been in previous matches. But this time, they are finding the finishing on top of it. Not being afraid to push their opponents back. And that's just the Propel we wanted to see. It's the Propel we knew we'd likely see if they could get going. But Stork, that's the man that creates so much pressure. And yet again, he's beating multiple players, taking them out of the game, and getting a goal from it. 3-3 now.
Indeed, and it was a great pass as well off of the post from Stork. And BMD could just slot it home for Rain, as it's now equal again with 47 seconds on the clock. Can either one of these teams find a way to break through and hopefully win this game 3?
Yeah, both teams will want it. They'll know how important it is, putting yourself 2-1 up in this best of 7. But it's not the end of the world if you do come away with a loss here. So we enter the final 30 seconds. Biffy, 0 boost, and we're starting to notice again both sides on fumes. But who isn't on fumes is Customs, arriving late in the box. A double commit, that's not what you want to see. Hodge taken to the air now, gets a flip reset. What does he do with it? He fakes it for BMD, the 50. Where's the third man? Stork just sat a bit deeper. And unless something changes in the last 10 seconds, this is overtime bound.
Indeed, and I don't think either team wanted to see this, but BMD could try and make something of it, but Customs is just able to take it away from him in time. Hodge again trying to find that pass, but it's just not possible as it goes down the other end, but it's going to hit the ground as we hit overtime.
Yeah, and first overtime in this series feels just about right for these teams, finally starting to find their groove, their foot in this game. Spanja gets a good 50. They just want to end it quickly here, Propel, but not enough on that attack. Hodge taking it slowly, just 0 boost. It was a problem for them in game 1 as they started to run out of boost. Propel were able to take advantage of it, but instead they take a risky 50 in their own box. Biffy gets away with one. 30 seconds in, both teams I think just a bit afraid to lose this one.
Yeah, and it seems that no team wants to overcommit, as only Hodge was on that attack. But Customs now can get a good catch. Stork's able to get a good 50 and it's dropped down. No one's there for the shot though, and Propel will just feel as though they're getting very lucky, and Rain don't feel as though they're being too clinical on the chances.
Brilliant.
Biffy able to get such a great shot on net though, and that will take game 3 for Propel.
And this game really seems to be the story of who has the better dribbles, who can beat more opponents. Banja, he takes it past one, he 50s another, and puts Biffy in a 1v1. It's a tough angle, but he manages to get around it. And with that, they come away with just a brilliant winner. For the first time, less shots than their opposition, and yet as clinical as ever. 789 points for Biffy. Take a bow after that one, mate.
Yeah, especially as I mentioned before, he's top 10 in the goal scorers. He's the only one in this series in that top 10. And it seems to be a case of he's just trying to rise as much as he can on it, getting a few goals that game. and just pushing more and more for his team, trying to keep his team alive and keep them winning.
And that's what he was like put in this roster to do, and it's what he's doing right now. But look, we also have to say it's not just him doing the work. Both every player in this pitch really, it has been doing brilliantly. There's not really been some massive mistakes outside of maybe that own goal, but we'll just ignore that. We'll focus instead on the positives. And game 4 might be the biggest game in this series. If you are Rain and you lose this one, your team or your opposition is on triple match point. Meanwhile, if you win it, you have the momentum in the series. And I think we can remember some grand finals in RSC even, that the winner of game 4 would go on to win it. Let's see if the same happens here.
Indeed, and it seems to be a case. Rain just trying to up the speed a bit more yet again this game, trying to make sure that they can actually come away and bring this series to a tie so far. But Banja with a little bit of a pop shot and a little bit of miscommunication, it seemed as it was a double commit, and Hodge can just about get it clear with a little bit of a whiff from Biffy, and he tries to get a 50 and it's not there, but his teammate off the crossbar, and Banja's able to get the clear away.
And it's a very good start this time from Rain. They've created a great opportunity. Unfortunate not to come away with a finish. But Stork, he wants to help his teammate. The pass into the box, but it's just a bit late from BMD. Stork now with the follow-up, and that one is in. Great pressure from Rain. And finally, they get their reward.
Indeed, and it seems to be a case they're playing a lot more aggressive. I'm seeing a third man commit now as well. After that, the second not being able to get the shot, and the third coming away with it.
Yeah, and that's, look, it's great for them for now, but can they keep it up? That's been the big question for both teams. Once one of them starts to look like they're in the driving seat, they start to just concede a bit of possession, a bit of prowess, and they end up getting punished for it in the following minutes. More so in the following game than anything. But all the same, you want to see, can you be the one that starts to control the series for longer than just a couple of minutes? Can you control it for the remainder of the series as Biffy forces BMD up quickly? And we're starting to notice again, low boost for both sides. Customs trying to get the save off. And finally, a long clearance comes out for them. But still no sign of relief.
Yeah, Rain are just mounting the pressure on, seeing if they can force a mistake from Propel, as Biffy just doesn't get a good 50 that he wanted in mind, and Banja has to dive in quickly to make the save. He's still on the backboard, able to make that interception into the middle as he tries to take control of the game. Customs, though, able to bang that forward. But it's just a case BMD's already there for it. And a little bit of whiff from both players, and Stork's able to put it into the middle. No one's there for the shot, though. And it's just unlucky for these teams. They're both putting on such good pressure, but the final product isn't there.
Yeah, that whifty could have gone either way. In the end, unpunished by Rain, but they are coming closer to doubling their leads, and it has to be said they do deserve it if they are the ones to come away with it. Hodge now not quite striking the post, or sorry, the net even. Not even coming off the post, to be honest. And Customs, he realizes, okay, I need to get back to the bump rhythm. I need to get back into that mood. But even then, it's not capitalized upon. And right now, I think truly for the first time this series, Propel look a bit stunned, like they're halted in their steps.
Yeah, they look shaken, to be honest, and Rain seem to be taking good opportunities from it. But that's a good 50 for Propel, and Banja's able to get it over the other, and it's just slotted in perfectly. That was a very good flick to get it over the defender. And it's such a well-worked goal for Propel, making it 1-1 with 2:07 left on the clock.
Yeah, bit of a caster's curse from me, if we're going to be honest. But we do have to give praise to Customs as well. What a great 50 there to set his teammates up. Equally great finish from Banja. And maybe this will give them the confidence they need as we see themselves swing passes in right now. They're starting to go at this. They're not afraid anymore. They're getting the ball into that orange box. Meanwhile, there's just double commits coming out. There's people jumping for weak touches. Rain go from being over the moon with themselves to looking just a bit shook.
Yeah, and it seems as Rain's just trying to survive against the pressure like they were in game 1. But Propel, there's a little times where they are not getting their players there in time, and the final product can't make it through. BMD trying to get a good 50, and it kind of does, but Banja's able to get there first. Stork, though, able to take it under control and put it over the players. As Beefy's immediately up, beats his player, and tries to get a middle, but it's just not good enough pass for the team.
Sorry for jumping over you there. I just saw the bump coming out. I was convinced that one's going in. But unfortunately not. Maybe I spoke a bit too soon. As Customs comes out now. Past midfield. Boom downfield. Are we due for another overtime?
It looks to be the case. We have 45 seconds left. Either one of these teams will want to just finish it here, though. Banja tries to get a pop shot, but Stork's able to make sure it doesn't go in. It hits off the post anyway, but Stork's able to keep it clear. As now Rain tried to get a counter-attack going. The pass isn't there, though. BMD with no boost. Stork, the last man back. Banja has control and is able to get it mid. No one's there for the shot, though. Beefy just finding himself a little too far back as BMD gets a 50. But again, it just seems to be a case none of these players are able to get there in time for the pass.
Yeah. Can you blame them? You don't want to concede with less than 10 seconds on the clock. As that one's put into the box. Oh, it's bouncing around everywhere. But Propel managed to clear their lines. That one stays up. Who's there first? Stork gets one. Is he there for the follow-up? No, it drops. And he's going to be kicking himself. Propel gets away with one as we see his second overtime in the series.
Yeah, and that's so unlucky for Stork. He hit the ball in time, but he just hit it straight down into the ground, and it's so unlucky for Rain. Propel will have a sigh of relief to get away with that, and they keep mounting the pressure now after the start of this overtime. Hodge, though, able to make it away with the ball. Beefy, though, is just able to catch it away and make sure that his team don't get too sidetracked by their late loss.
Bounces off the post. Where's the follow-up? It's not a good shot. Very lucky from Rain this time not to be capitalized on now. As that one enters the box. Where's the follow-up? It's just a deep back line from Propel here. They knew. They came close, but they don't want to overcommit just yet. They're still in this game as it is tied. Good bump coming out. BMD onto backward. Where's the follow-up? It's Stork arriving late in the box. The shot not quite coming out as a 54th instead, and we're starting to notice the boost game is not looking great for Propel. Only one player will off boost, but Stork not taking advantage of that. Biffy gets one, and it's past Hodge. It's behind him, and they go 3-1 up in the series. Triple match point for Propel.
Indeed, and it feels as though Rain might feel hard done by that. They had so much good pressure, so many good chances, but just couldn't find the winner, as Propel can just get a nice win, making them clear, as both teams with a very good game. A bit unlucky, though, for both sides at the same time. Banja getting the MVP from that match with 5 shots and the 587 points.
With that loss, Rain have called for their timeout. Clearly just a bit shaken by that loss, and understandably so. That was a tough one to concede, especially after all the pressure they were creating. That when they went 1-0 up, it looked like the best they were playing, and as soon as Propel gets something out of almost nowhere, they sort of just lose it there. They lose momentum, they lose the confidence, and that's led them to the situation there and now. But what creates greats, what creates these teams, what creates winners is the ability to bounce back, to Zeke.
Definitely, and hopefully this timeout will be able to help them. They can figure out what went wrong during that game and maybe come back against Propel, and hopefully we'll see if they can actually bounce back and hopefully make one of our predictions correct.
Look, I'll be happy to see me predict at least the correct team, but if I could take a bang on for it too, call myself a genius, the prophet even, as we would, it would be lovely. But right now, we're going to focus on what can be done in the upcoming minutes. But first of all, timeout. Do we think this one is going to go to Game 6 or even Game 7 to Zeke?
I'm not seeing it, to be honest. Both teams have had a few shaky times, but I've seen Rain have a lot more of those uncertain occasions. They've been double committing and jumping at times they shouldn't. And it's very hard for me to see Propel not taking those chances and not making those mistakes suffer.
That's what's important for, both sides, really. Both teams obviously want to make themselves clearly a team going to the next series that, we're not going to create much more mistakes. And to be fair, most of these goals are well worked. I think you can agree with that. I think you're essentially just saying similar. But you don't want to lose because of a mistake. That's the big thing, because if you make a mistake and that's what causes you to go out, that's what causes you to get knocked out, you're going to remember that for a while. So we'll see if these teams, specifically Rain being in the losing position they are, if they can manage to get one back. And that's all it takes to get momentum over momentum.
Definitely, and it seems to be the case. But I can't get past the players on Propel having a few better stat places. I've noticed with, I think it was Stork, he was third on average saves per game. So it could be a case of him being on the backline for Rain and time, being able to save his team.
Well, can that continue? May it so. But timeout over. What has your talk left to Rain? Has it left a feeling of confidence, or will it quickly be a feeling of despair? Will there be a storm brewing, or will it be a sad night of rain clouds for them? Next 5 minutes, important one to define their season, and they started off very strong.
Indeed, and it seemed to be a bit more miscommunication from Propel. There was a double commit, Customs and Bandit going for the same ball and both whiffing it off the backboard. And it's just a nice shot from Hodge down the middle.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all it takes. Both players on the Propel backboard may be thinking, oh yeah, my teammates has it. Could just be a case of miscommunication. Happens so often at every single level. Hodge getting a demo, getting a bump. Banja taking it the other way. It's good to see this confidence so far. A lot of bumps in the demos already coming out that was close. Coming out for Rain. Propel not really able to deal with them right now, but they are at least trying to go forward all the same, as that's a good 50. BMD, that is risky. He gets away with it for now, but you can't keep on doing that when you're in the position that they are.
Yeah, definitely, and Propeller just feeling as though they need to keep that pressure up, and a good demo from Hodge, but no one's there to get the shot off. Beefy just takes it up off the side and booms it forward. Customs trying to chase it, and it's just a great catch from Hodge, but doesn't get a good 50. Banja's able to beat him in that. Hits it off the side. Stork able to get it away and try to find BMD, but it's just not there. And it looks to be an open net, but no one's able to get a shot on target. Stork unluckily just hits it off the post.
What is good to see for them though, Rain, is that they are getting these opportunities when you say, okay, there's an open net, there's a follow-up, and that is a great fake from Hodge once more. He did it in, I believe, Game 3, and he's gone for it again, this time unsuccessful, but if he keeps on coming away with those, someone's going to be on the end of it eventually, and on the end of his pass this time, it is none other than Stork to double their lid.
Yeah, indeed, and it's a great pass from Hodge, and Stork's able to get up before Biffy can react. Very little boost as well, might I add. Just gets there in time. We have 3:26 left. Can Propel find themselves back into this match and maybe put on the pressure of a match win?
I do not believe we've seen a 2-goal lead overturned in this series so far. But Propel, they will want to be the ones to say, yeah, we did it first. We're the only ones to do it. If they can come away with a win here. For now, though, Stork, we saw the amazing dribbling he had earlier. He's almost come away with another one there. Instead, Hodge into the middle after a 50. And Propel, they've been a bit shaky on their backlines right now for this whole match. Coming away with great shots and forcing great saves, but that doesn't matter if you cannot stop it at the opposite end. We're just finishing off the first half of this game. Propel, we know they can switch it up, but we need to see them do that again this game.
Yeah, and we need to see Propel actually switch up and make it a faster game.
Oh.
With a great pass, and Customs is able to find the shot. It was such a good pass there from Biffy, finding him just past all the defenders, and he slots it into the goal.
Hearted open just like the Red Sea, manages to get it around the whole defense, drawing them all out. And just as I was saying, we've seen Propel switch it up. That is the kind of switch up we need to see from them. Something that doesn't involve going yourself, brings your teammates in, and creates a dangerous opportunity. Now yet again, on the backboard, Stork with 0 boost. That one just 50s into his net! And just like that, Rain have lost all momentum, and Propel equalize this game.
Yeah, and it's such a good 50 from Banja. Just waited for Stork to come down and be a little too far from the ball and just slots it in. As we go in now, we're equal all together now. And as you said, Propel found themselves to take that 2-goal deficit and come back from it. Customs can get a good touch. Hodge is able to get a challenge quickly, but no one's able to follow up on it. Biffy able to launch it forward to Stork though, waiting on the backboard for it. Stork again, he's coming away with all the chances to push forward for Rain, and it's just unlucky for them to not get the chances to go in.
Maybe it's a bit unlucky, but we do have to be looking at the rotations, the demo, everything's coming out. Both teams this time staring down the barrel and just going at it, saying, you know what, I'm gonna throw everything I can anyways. The boost game for a while looking very good for Propel, and it's continuing to look good. It's one player up, Biffy trying to get up to it, but Stork very quick to it. All the same, they keep on creating those chances again. The passing plays up high in the sky where you're wasting your opponent's boosts. You are going to come away with something. A minute and 50, and that's so much time for some damage to happen. But can Propel actually do it, or will Rain hold off for now?
Yeah, it looks to be a case of they're just soaking in the pressure, and nothing's coming out properly for Propel. Banja is able to get a good 50 and a nice beat, but Customs isn't able to make much of it. Storks can just take this away, gets the flip reset, can't make much of it either though, and Banja just clears it away.
Yeah, no, it's a big long clear. Hodge now, that one's 50s into the box. Biffy gets a fake on BMD. Those fakes, they've been working out well for Hodge. Biffy says, I'm going to try it myself. And it does create a world of pressure. The boost game looking great, but an even better dunk coming out from Hodge. Sorry, sort of just halting that attack completely. And yet they go again. Where's the pass across now? Biffy just trying to fake it for one of his teammates. Banja taken to the sky. 15 seconds left. A goal here would be massive as Customs forces the save from Stork. Where's Biffy now? Gets it off the corner. Does he have a pass into the midfield? Of course he does. Customs. Oh, he didn't think that he'd get a chance there. And that one, is it going to drop? Yes, it is. 3 overtimes in a row to Zeke.
Yeah, it's been a really entertaining series, and it's so great to see. But Rain will feel extremely hard done by if this is how they go out of the tournament. Customs able to take it away, but it's just lands a bit awkward, and Hodge tries to get a pop shot and it's off the bar. Biffy can clear it away though. Stork with a little bit of a miss as he tries to find the pass through the middle. It's not there. Customs gets beat out by Stork, and Banja will just try to leave it for his teammate. And again, another great 50 from Hodge. He's just been great on those 50s, I can't lie. I've seen him do it so many times against the Propel players, and it's just been so well done. Biffy can get a good touch though. He tries to just pinch it with the wall, and it doesn't work out for him. And Customs just puts it into the midfield.
Yeah, it's been great from them, but there has been a few whiffs coming out, and eventually that's going to be capitalized upon if they can't sort out themselves. Now dropping from the box, only as far as ways. Banja, that is a rocket, and a great save from Hodge to keep this one level, keep this one tied. Yet again off the backboard, Biffy, not a great first touch, gets a second touch across. Who's there to follow it up? No one. That one past Banja now, and the pressure, it's starting to shift to what team has the control. Stork with the boom up, but no one there. You know what, whichever team concedes here, it's going to feel so unfair on them that they lost this match, because we've seen brilliance from both teams here.
Definitely. It's been a very back and forth game as well. Hodge, though, able to take control of it. Gets it past one. Banjo, though, able to quickly get there. It's a little risky there from Stork. Nearly put it into his own net, but he's able to take it forward for Rain. A good demo, though, on the backline. Hodge is out of the game for now. And Stork has to push forward, gets a demo, and Banjo can just get a good 50 away. Customs maybe tries to get there. BMD's quicker in the attack, however, and Banjo will just have to try and keep his team with a little less pressure put on them.
Both teams, they're taking each other out. It's starting to create openings for both teams with demos coming out. And more importantly, double commits customs. You might need to do a little bit better there with that one. Yet it is pinched across. BMD on 0 boost. Hodge also, but he's going to be able to get the mid left if he wants it. Instead, trying to force the 50, and that's just forfeiting the boost game. It's been resorted right back to boom ball right now for Rain, really.
Yeah, it might be a case of both teams having to do a bit of boom ball. But that's a great shot from Banjo to take this game 4-1.
Yeah, take the game, take the series, Banjo. That's such good placement. Places it just behind enough to get past Hodge, but just forward enough that Stork cannot get onto it. They were looking so well, Rain. It looked like they had it, especially when they went 2-0 up, but unfortunately just could not claw it back in the end. Brilliant from Propel all the same, and a great game especially from Banja. 617 points, 2 goals for himself. But it does feel sad that we have to say goodbye to this Death Cloud esports side.
Indeed, and if you just look there, the goals weren't even too far apart, especially for a case that Propel won 3 of those games on overtime. It's just very unlucky for Rain. And you have to feel as though they were a bit hard done by. The demos were coming out as well for them, but they just couldn't make much of it. 27 saves to Propel's 19.
Yeah, and it was a strong defensive performance. But on the other side of things, we saw a great offensive performance. As we look our MVP for the series, it goes to Biffy. Over the 5 games, getting 2,489 points, just under 500 points a game. 6 goals, 10 saves, 2 assists. Look, considering they scored 15 goals to contribute to just over half of them, he can hold his head high, saying, yeah, I've played a big part in getting us to the next stage.
Definitely, and you could see he was doing a bit of everything. And it's just unlucky for Rain. Being let go because of an overtime goal, it's just, you have to feel bad for them.
Look, you do have to. It's 3 overtime goals back to back to back. But at the end of the day, that's what makes teams. That's what makes the difference. And Propel, we did favour them going into this one. And this is why they've come away with it, as they will now go on to face Illusory Trickery in that lower bracket round 2 to trying to advance to the playoffs.
Yeah, and I believe you're casting that game as well, aren't you?
Oh, I will be so ready to cheer on for the beloved Momentum. That was very entertaining, Rocket League. Very entertaining from both sides, but I was very much impressed with the way Propel played this series.
As was I, and it was great casting with you.
Look, it was great to have you, but you have your collegiate now. And look, we will be back in just a moment, I believe, when we do get back to seeing how Propel fare in their second series today. I've been Nova, this has been Tazik. Do not go anywhere, because one of us will be right back.
You struggle to rank up in Rocket League? Are you stuck in Diamond while your other friends flex their SSL title? Well, look no further. I have partnered up with LTXAcademy as a coach, and we are ready to boost your gameplay. With multiple tournaments and trophies won, and thousands of dollars earned, I will tailor to your needs and make sure you get to that next level. I'm also doing discounted prices for the first 10 days, so you do not want to miss out. And you are also probably thinking,
CMOS, how do I book a session with you?
well, that's easy. Just open up that fancy browser of yours, type medify.gg/@cmasorl_, pick a session to your liking, book a time, and bang, you're booked, and I'll see you in the call. Once again, that's medify.gg/@cmasorl_.
life we have chosen. We are not soldiers to a common war we fight, and to this passion of love we may fail and die. I'm slipping further, we're falling faster, they're growing stronger, lest I grow weaker than I know. You break me down and you make me surrender. We are as Romeo and Juliet. Behind said eyes accept goodbyes. Will we fall back again? Live die as Romeo and Juliet. Open doors and broken windows. We've been down this road before. Say you will or say you won't. You're killing time, it won't be long. But you never thought we'd last. When you thought the sky was sinking fast, now you're waiting for the chandelier to fall. It don't matter what they say, 'cause the strong will rise up anyway. And you're amazed that we're still standing here at all. Now you found this state of mind that's just enough to paralyze. The superstition got the best of you. But you never thought we'd last. When you thought the sky was sinking fast, now you're waiting for the chandelier to fall.
And we are back. Great series already gone by us, Rhino. You missed it. But hopefully a better one to come up in the second lower bracket round of today. Illusory's Trickery team versus the Propel team from Momentum. Another best of 7 to separate them both. Only one line for the two teams, and only one can see themselves go off to our playoffs.
Yeah, there you can see the play-ins bracket as it currently stands. Propel and Rain, the only two teams to have stepped onto the field so far. It was Propel to take themselves through into this spot here. But Illusory awaits them, the fourth place team in their conference. And they're going to try and make their way to Saturday in this next one. But as you rightly say, Nova, only space for one of these two teams. It's our last knockout game of the night. Very excited to see who brings it through.
Yeah, it feels like either team could do it. Beforehand, I would have maybe favoured this Trickery side, finishing fourth, 4 more wins than that Momentum side. But after the last series, it becomes a bit tougher to decide who I think will win. Especially, and I'm going to throw this one out here, when these two teams played against each other in regular season. The first time they met, Trickery only managed to get a draw against Propel, and the second time, Propel managed to win 3-1. So the league table does not quite tell the full story of the series that's about to unfold.
No, it doesn't, and I think that is a bit of a mistake that maybe a lot of predictors, including potentially myself, will find out in a moment, might have fallen into, is the fact that we need to consider regular season. Now, of course, there might have been substitutes, there might have been free agents. We don't know exactly what rosters matched up against each other, but the fact that Propel have the regular season lead over Trickery on aggregate is definitely something to consider, and it's something that will give them confidence going into this game that they can make it to the weekend and to playoffs proper.
Yeah, once you get to this stage, the thing that matters more than anything is consistency. Can you keep it going? Can you keep it up? One of us has valued that consistency a bit more than the other, if we just want to get into our predictions right now.
Sure, let's do it. Why not? Everyone would have already, if you tuned into RS Cast on Monday, seen my predictions for the next few days. And I am not going to go away. Just because I predicted Rain to win the earlier game doesn't mean I don't predict Illusory to take home this one. I think Illusory have got enough in the tank. I believe it's going to be 4-1 to them. Just what Propel did to Deathbound earlier. But Nova, hit us with your prediction. What are you saying?
Yeah, I've actually gone the opposite way. Again, initially, I would have probably agreed with you, thinking this is Trickery's one to take. But Propel, they looked very good throughout that last series, constantly putting their opponents under pressure, specifically with the demo plays, and I feel like if they can bring that out once more, it'll be a 4-1 win to them to see themselves into the playoffs.
Yeah, well, we are split on the desk. I see that we're pretty split in chat as well. Let us know who you are supporting. Illusory Trickery or Momentum Propel. We will get into this game, I promise you, as soon as we possibly can. We are just waiting on one more player to join the server. As soon as we get that last player in, we will get this game underway. We are already behind schedule, Nova. It's like they have no respect for our production team.
How dare they? Really, we are the true winners of the coming weekends. But for now, I guess we'll accommodate them by playing some Carball. And if they can, in return, play some solid Rocket League, that would be wonderful. For the most part, last series we saw some very good stuff. Maybe one or two own goals, but outside of that, it was solid. So I'm hoping for the same. Trickery will be hoping especially for the same, unless they want to see Propel just make a mistake or two. They have the quality to capitalize on it, but the question is, can they actually show it? As we finally have all players in the lobby, at least, can we get them into the teams?
Well, here we go then. It is time for the qualification match to Saturday. Who will make it to the playoffs proper? Who falls at the final hurdle? It is going to be Illusory Trickery versus Momentum Propel, and we are live!
And what a great series this one will hopefully be. JPEG already starting off with a great kickoff win. And they... Look, that's what decided the series last match. If you could get that momentum early on, it started to build up. Rain maybe falling once or twice, just a bit of faltering. But on the other side of things, Propel, they loved it when they got that first goal. Didn't happen to throw it away. It's Customs now trying to get that shot. Banja onto the backboard. Where's the follow-up? It is Biffy just bouncing across that back wall. Not able to capitalize on it just yet, but good early pressure from them.
Yeah, it's a great initial move by Momentum, but Illusory do enough to stave off the attack. Some great saves in there as well, but they might have to try again. Biffy past Banja, he's mistimed his jump, and it will be cleared away by Illusory. JPEG down the right-hand side, looking to follow it through. No boost to speak of. Biffy and Customs working maybe together, maybe against each other off that backboard, and Illusory take control of the ball.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to mind who was working with who, because that goal hasn't gone in quite yet. But we are going to see more pressure come on from JPEG. Double demo though, Customs doing that so well. He did great last game, taking players out of the pitch as a double committed team bump as well. Not quite being capitalized on, and JPEG, he's going to be the man that I think we really need to stare at in this opening minute 20. He's been making so much happen, and with a great pass midfield, no wonder Tom Best has finished it.
An absolute laser into the top left corner here from Tom Bast. And nothing that Bi-Fi could do in goal, or Biffy, however you want to pronounce it. I don't judge. But one thing is for certain, and that's Illusory take the lead 1-0 with 3 minutes 38 still to play in this opening game.
Yeah, and tad bit against the run of play, that one. 2 shots to 4, but they have come away with the lead this one. Trickery now. It's an all-great clearance from JPEG. Double commit as well, and it is a bit shaky if they want to go the full way in this series, come away with the win and make it through to the next round. They're going to need to start to clean up on those double commits, otherwise they will be capitalized on. They were last time, but instead they're going to see themselves 2-0 up. Laners doubling their lead.
Yeah, it's a wonderful breakaway goal this. You see them working down that left. Biffy makes a mistake and JPEG latches on it, sends that ball towards goal. Laners is ready to bring it through beyond Banja, hits it just that little bit too hard beyond the recovering player, and they double their lead. Illusory looking good early on in this series.
Very good so far indeed, but there is so much more time to play. You can be the best team in the opening 2 minutes all you want. You've got at least another 23 minutes or so of Rocket League to come. As that one a bit shaken, the back line, Custom beats a man, but where's the follow-up? Nowhere to be seen now. 50 going into the midfield as Bi-Fi, Biffy again. You're confusing me now, Rhino, but all the same, they're going to not be too focused on how their names are pronounced. They're going to be focused on trying to get another goal. JPEG with a great demo, opening up the defense just for a bit, but nothing quite coming from it this time.
No, not for the moment, and there will be an opportunity for Momentum to get back down the field, but JPEG intercepts, has enough boost to rise highest. Off the backboard, needs a pass, but no, Biffy able to make that save. Tom Bass looking to challenge Banja, wins it out as well, puts the ball into the middle, and he's got another opportunity, but Biffy's there on the goal line to make the save, and actually Laners doesn't have all that much boost. He just about gets back in time, plays it off the post. It is back and forth. Customs takes a shot. Big save by JPEG. Biffy back in. And it will be a goal back for Momentum.
And it really looked like they were just going to hold out. Great save from JPEG, great from Laners earlier, but it takes the whole team to finally break them down. Biffy slotting it home after the defense just about got opened up, and that's what we wanted to see from Propel. They are finally starting to create those crucial chances to give ourselves a close series as Biffy gets the flick, gets the bump, and just like that, Rhino, it is a tied game.
It's not the first time tonight that Momentum Propel have come back from 2-0 down, and it might not even be the last. Plenty of Rocket League still to play. Banja, you know those times when someone tries just that little bit too hard and you're like, you didn't need to go that hard? He puts that right into the bottom right-hand corner. Wonderful shot placement. There's no one in goal, mate. You got no one to beat, but the equalizer is in nonetheless. And now Illusory, well, they're looking at leading in the rearview mirror.
So unfortunate for them because they were looking so good. Great domination from them in the opening 2.5 minutes. But now you have to put that all in the past. Just focus and try and get back into the lead. What were you doing right in that opening bit of the game? That one's now boomed downfield. Customs and Wi-Fi, not really sure who's going to go for it. In the end, it's just boomed on target. And is that something they're going to fall against once more? Last time when they tried it, it wasn't quite working out for them. But this time, they're catching their opponents on a counter-attack. Trickery, not really sure what to do right now.
Yeah, and actually, that's going to be an open net. Banja going to go wide. Didn't have a lot of boost to recover that one. And so plays it over to the side. But, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Trickery getting themselves in 6s and 7s. Not able to actually string together that attack. The counter-attack was in, and all Momentum had to do was put the ball on net. Unfortunately, they couldn't do that. Customs now into the middle. Has Biffy pre-jumping, looking for it, needs a double. Won't find it. Lena to send it away. Banja puts it back. Biffy's still there waiting. Needed the pass inside, which he just doesn't get. Banja keeps possession for the Momentum side. Out of the corner. Needs another touch. Gets a bump onto Tom Bass. That's as far as it goes. Banja now. Great ball into the middle. Biffy not ready. And with 30 seconds left, it's still square.
Customs, it's a bit of an awkward touch there. Puts his team in a rubbish position, but they do manage to get away with it for now. Laners arriving late in the box. That's a great first touch. Forces the double commit as well. Banja panicking, puts it into his own box, but Tombas cannot get the touch. That one, great center. What a pass by Laners. And with 8 seconds left, that might just be the game-winning goal.
Such an important goal here. Lena does just enough to get a little touch on the ball, drop it dead right down. I can see in the corner of my eye. My co-caster very excited by that one. And why not? That might just be enough to send Illusory 1-0 up in the series. JPEG has a good block there on the back lines. There's still an opportunity. Lena sends it away. Needs to get the ball on the ground. Does play it beyond the momentum players. And it will be Illusory to take game one.
What a way to do it. With that pass, just opening up the defense. Laners, he may not get the points for that one, but will get all the praise for that assist that comes out. Great defense from them as well, making 10 saves throughout that game to keep that one equal for so long and to keep themselves in the lead in the opening bit of the game. But the question is now, can they continue it on? Consistency is what is awarded at this point of the season, and they still have at least another 3 games needed of it.
Yeah, they certainly do. And another important point to make is that neither of the predictions on the desk have gone after that game one. We love to see it. It could be different after game 2, though. Nova, we're going to be a little bit tricky if it's going to be an illusory victory in the next one. But we've seen enough, I believe, in that for game 1 from Momentum Propel to believe that game 2 is not a lock for Illusory. They're not by far the better team in the server. They just had that clutch moment with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, we do have a series on our hands. It's not like game 1 of the last series where we were sort of looking and thinking, okay, this one could be a bit of a whitewash. But right now, instead, it could really, the momentum, pun intended, it could shift on a dime. So we will see what will happen. But another 5 minutes to go to decide who will truly have the best chances in this series.
Forbidden Temple is next up, and we will see whether it's going to be Illusory who can take large advantage in this game here in play-ins. Almost secure themselves playoff, or try to at least. It's a long way to go yet, though. Banja picks up the 100 as well. Customs looks for the shot, actually. That's going to hit the crossbar. Early shot across the bow from Momentum. It's not going to find a goal just yet. Lena has to do something off the backboard here, and he's actually going to leave it to JPEG, who's not rushed to clear the ball away. Good start from Momentum.
Yeah, and they're just trying to make something happen here. Force that first goal early on. It's so important in series like this where both teams just wanting to close the other one out. Yeah, didn't really matter last time. 2-goal lead overturned at the push of a button. Banja now getting a good beat there. Bit of a double commit, or is it just trying to bait Tom out regardless? He does not fall for it whatsoever. Laners now trying to push it downfield. Only reaches the halfway line as a bit of teamwork. Forces it onto that backboard once more. Banja now, yet again, it's just going bang, bang, bang right above that net. But it's not coming away with the finish. It's trickery. Managing to hold on just for now.
Yeah, lovely play around the side from Tom Bast here. Gets the 100 boost as well. Gets a bump as well.
Oh!
Oh! Tom Bast, take a boson, as that is going to set up his teammate JPEG, who drives in a straight line, finishes the ball into the back of an empty net. Credit goes to Tom Bast for that setup. Beautiful work.
He does everything so perfect there, doing everything he needs to do. Getting the bumps, getting the pass, getting the beats. It's what he does. We saw it from game 1 and again game 2. It's really these passes in general that are making such a huge difference for this trickery side. It's carving the Propel defense apart. And yet, we see them go again. Propel, they are not willing to give up just yet. I'm happy to see that one not go into their own net, because Propel tried it last series. It ended up in an own goal very early on. JPEG, saying it to Tom, I see what you're doing, mate. Let me have a bit of that.
That is absolutely disgusting to come out in an Academy game. That pass down the line, I just don't think anyone was expecting anything to come of it, but JPEG has other ideas. Backflips into the ball, sends it on target, and Momentum have to once again come back from a 2-0 deficit. And if they continue to have to keep doing this, they are going to find themselves in big trouble. Tip them if you've got them. JPEG hat-trick, it's 3.
Yeah, one of, look, the nicest hat-tricks he'll ever have. Great goal from him for the second, great assist for the first, but that one, it's just as simple as a boom downfield. See you later, mate. 2-goal lead, they could overcome it. 3-goal lead. starting to become a bit tougher on the side of Propel, but still there is time to make it happen. Unless JPEG, he wants a fort, gets the flip reset, can't quite get around it. But why not go for it when you're playing the way you are, man?
Yeah, actually, there's going to be an opportunity down the other end of the field. Customs, that one's going to be a powerful one that goes into the left-hand side of the net. 86 miles an hour on that ball as the redirect is finding its home. And suddenly, Momentum, well, maybe they've got more to say in this game than we were expecting.
Yep, still 2 minutes 50 to go. More than enough time to score 2 goals. Teams have shown it. They even showed it last match. They could score 2 in maybe 20, 30 seconds. But it's not about can you do it. It's if you can do it. That one's boom downfield. Bit too much on it for Banja to get shot off of. But he does get the 50 and does well to do so. Customs now playing it across. It's not a good pass, but it's just about not capitalized on by laners. This one, it feels like we're in for a bit of a lengthy midfield battle, unless Biffy just, launches at the net. See you later.
Yeah, that was so unlucky. Lena looks like he really had an opportunity if he was able to make connection with the ball. To put Momentum in some trouble. Didn't happen in the end, and now Biffy, we barely heard from him in this second game, trying to spark something down the right wing. Banja takes over, looking for the bump now onto Tom Bast in the goal is Biffy. Not enough. An illusory stand tour once again. Less than 2 minutes left. Actually, Lena might take this all the way. Looking now for a pass middle. Tom Bast has to make something of this. Biffy makes a good save.
It's a great save from him, keeping them in this one. But they need to start getting out of having to make the great saves. They need to be the ones creating the great opportunities themselves. Yet again, just lovely soft touch from laners. And a good beat. Does he get the 50? Not quite. But it's the fact that there's just a follow-up here. JPEG now. Does he have the shot? Not quite, but they are creating so many dangerous opportunities that you're going to think they're going to get another great goal sooner or later.
Yeah, you would think so. Although there's an opportunity here for Momentum. Great passing. Customs, it's just behind him. And so the potential counter-attack is there. It's not taken. Banja almost got around Lena. Didn't quite get that done. Does beat one in the corner. That's all he's going to do, though. Biffy leaving this one to Customs, but it's a great 50 by JPEG. And now Biffy has to take over into the middle of the field. Tom Bast takes it, tries to just finesse that one into the bottom right-hand corner. Doesn't happen for him. Momentum clear the ball once again, but their side is not where they want to be playing Rocket League right now. This is where they want to be playing.
They want to be on the front foot for as long as they can, but it's just not going to come for them right now. Anytime they get close to it, there is just a player on this trickery side, on the end of the ball. And right now, 30 seconds left. They need a goal urgently. You might as well throw everything in the kitchen sink. Otherwise, you're 2 games down in the series. Bi-Fi now gets 1 touch, gets 2 into the middle. It's off the corner. Where's the third man? Nowhere to be seen. And it doesn't look like there's going to be a follow-up to this one.
No, certainly doesn't. And Lena gets the clear. 10 seconds remaining. 2 goals to find. They need something right now. Biffy's going to look for it. Not quite going to be over the top of JPEG, though, and that could be the final action of this second game. And there it is. 0 seconds on the board. The result is done. And that ball should drop any moment now. Of course it will bounce up off the bottom corner. They want to give Illusory one more chance. JPEG! No. We shut this down if that double hits. We shut this whole thing down if he hits that double off that backboard. He doesn't, but there is the timeout call from Momentum, and I don't blame them.
Not at all. Anything to slow down JPEG. You can say, sure, we kept him quiet for 2 minutes during the timeout. Can they figure out something to keep him quiet going further? Because unlike that game one, that one felt so dominant from Trickery. Maybe it's just because they're able to create those moments of madness that had us bloody singing for them. But it feels so hard to see a way back in for Propel right now.
I'm looking at the stats to try and find an answer, right? I'm looking in front of my screen to try and figure out what happened here. The main thing I'm noticing, right, is that JPEG had the same number of shots as the entire Momentum team did combined, right? JPEG had 6 shots. Momentum as a whole had 6 shots. So there's a slight issue that we need to address at some point. But the saves are exactly equal. It's 4 saves apiece on either side. It's just that the offense from Trickery has been so much more potent, so much better, realistically, in those first 2 games. And Momentum, they need to be able to find some way to get back into this, get beyond that trickery backline, which really hasn't been tested yet.
Yeah, and on top of that, like we were mentioning, 6 shots for JPEG. It's very easy to say, oh yeah, we have to shut him down. The question is how. When he's doing what he's doing, when Tombass is doing what he's doing, when Laners is doing what he's doing, all of them are just playing so well together. What is the answer to shutting them down? And look, it's not our question to answer, it is theirs. Can they manage to figure something out during their timeout, or will this be over even quicker than their last series was?
It's an interesting question, and that is going to be the conversation in this timeout, is how do we prevent those illusory aggressive plays? Because although shutting down JPEG is important, I don't dispute that. Only one of those goals in that previous game was solely JPEG. You have to remember that first goal JPEG scored, it was basically a tap-in into an empty net because of the damage that Tombast had done in the backlines, getting those bumps, getting those challenges, being aggressive. So how do you avoid those kinds of plays? It was a lovely shot from JPEG on the second, and then it's a long ball over the top of the defense from JPEG on the third, which realistically Momentum shouldn't be in the position where long shots like that can be given the time of day, can even go anywhere near to the goal. So we are now going to get into the FH Stadium. We're probably about 15 seconds away from getting this next game underway. And Nova, I mean, which of those do you think is probably best?
I think it's tough to decide right now, because they're not going to be happy at all with anything that's going on. I think, honestly, I'm just going to go a tad bit off topic. I think they'd be hoping for an extra minute. Just take your opponent's one, have it given to them. Because I just don't think they have a solution whatsoever right now. The solution right now is hope and pray and see if that works. But I don't think that's going to do much right now, as that one almost goes in. Already a shaky start.
Yeah, bright start from Illusory. Momentum seem to be on the same trajectory that they were before the timeout, but all it takes is a goal. All it takes is a breakaway. Suddenly there's belief back in the camp. Banja pushes it forwards. JPEG and Lane is actually in a bit of a difficult spot, and that ball played across. Banja almost scores early. JPEG now has the ball. You don't want this man on the ball if you're a Momentum fan. Looking for the pass in field. Does pick up the 100. Tombast off the backboard. Banja will clear. Momentum survive for now.
How long can they survive for is the question. JPEG getting the double tap off his own corner, and a pass from Tom gets intercepted right now. This is something they need to start doing, because it's not about survival, it's not about floating, it's about being able to make your opponent sink. Being clinical while you're on the offense, and they've had this good wave of pressure so far. Biffy looking for that corner boost, doesn't quite get it. Instead, JPEG fortunately has it spawn right as he's going over it, and that is what is making the difference right now. How do you transition? Very quick one so far from Momentum, but so far 90 seconds in, both teams kept a bit more quiet than we expected.
Yeah, they certainly have been. Almost 2 minutes gone now in this third game. JPEG, can you keep him quiet for long? He's going to keep himself quiet for the moment. Gets the reset, doesn't use it. And now it's going to be Biffy on that right-hand side to clear it away. Momentum really could do with a goal. It's not going to come that way. Banja doesn't get past Lena. Customs gets past one, not past Tom Bast. And it's kind of a 50 battle right now, which neither team are winning, Nova. It's kind of very much going back and forth. Those 50s are proving to be exactly that, 50-50.
But yes, absolutely. If I'm trying to figure out, is that the game, is that the style that Momentum want to establish right now, Propel? But you know what? Having a game of 50s is better than what they were having before. It's slowing their opponents down. It's only 2 shots so far in half the game, the trickery. And that was the question we were asking. Can they shut them down? Right now they're managing to do it, but there is still half the game to go. And with 50 like that, that one could drop anywhere. A bump in the end from Customs will only delay this strong attack. JPEG going for a bump, and everyone just missing that one, a bit of a whifty-whifty.
Yeah, I think even Twitch is a little bit bored of this game. There's a show in our ads now for the next 45 seconds. Doesn't really want to watch the game. and I respect that at this moment. There needs to be some life injected, some incredible play, and is this the one? JPEG reset, doesn't use it again. Good save by Customs. And now Lena just tries to clear this one away, isn't going to be able to. Customs keeps the ball, looking for the pass. Banja tries to turn it in, gets too much of the ball on that occasion. It won't go home. Customs past one, but a great bump by Lena makes it easy for the defense to clear. It is a double commit, but it's not one where they're going to get found out. And now Lena trying to send it away again, does do so. Banja into the middle. Biffy won't get there. Tom Bass, big clearance, counter is on. Lena's gone ahead, but he's not going to get on the end of it. JPEG will, though. Rolls the ball home. It's illusory to lead once more.
Yes, and it was so good from Propel this game, but unfortunately for them Customs, he's had a bit of a nightmare there. He's jumped for something as last man, and the punishment comes out. The 1-2-3 boomed up by Tom. The follow-up fake doesn't quite happen, and JPEG just has to tap it over his opponent. And it's really feeling like it's going to be so tough for Propel to come over this one. They had something going for them, but right now it feels like they're going from scratch.
Does, and JPEG once again with control of the ball. Biffy able to send it away. JPEG dropping it down. Tom Bass not ready for it. Kind of jumped for the ball that JPEG actually ended up hitting, which meant that that passing play was not going to come through. Banja, great shot. Good save by Tom Bass to keep his team 1-0 up. Now out of that left-hand corner, he's got Lena supporting. That's not even coming off the backboard. That was just a shot, and Customs had to be quick to make the save. JPEG surely leaving that one to Tom Bass! Double their lead, they do indeed. 2-0.
And JPEG, he had to thank Tom for an amazing assist earlier. This time he's the one saying, yeah, you know what, I'm going to repay you, mate. Gets a great first touch, even better fake, drawing out the whole defense, and just like that, they managed to double that lead of theirs. 40 seconds left. What can happen here now for Trickery? Will they triple it? Or is that one just going to pinch all the way into the opposite side? That's an interesting one.
A sign of life that we haven't seen this entire game, and it comes off the back of a play that really could have gone anywhere. It just so happens to land at the feet of Momentum. That pinch doing enough. And now with 30 seconds left on the clock here on DFH Stadium, Momentum looking to save their season, really. Because you go 3-0 down in a game like this, you got to reverse sweep all the way back up to 4-3. It's a difficult position to be in. Don't want to do it. Biffy moves forwards. Tom Bast intercepts. And I tell you, something illusory is set up very well here. JPEG pops it high, reset, uses backboard pass to Lena! And that is excellent from JPEG.
And I'm literally lost for words right now. The first assist is great, and somehow, just somehow, he's managed to go like, hold on, watch me again, do it even better. Flip reset onto the backboard. It's so easy for Lena. He just has to hit it into the essentially empty net. And I think every question we have asked for them has been comfortably answered.
Certainly has. As the clock ticks down, it won't matter. 3-1 is unassailable with 0 seconds to go. An illusory Trickery win with one of my favorite phenomenons in Rocket League Nova. I absolutely love to see a team hat trick. 1-1 and 1 on the goal feed from illusory Trickery. Everyone getting involved with the attack. And actually everyone getting involved in the defense either. Everyone with a minimum of 1 save for Trickery. They are playing as a well-oiled machine right now.
Well-oiled machine indeed. On the other hand, we've got one that might just be a bit broken. Might just need a little bit of a kick to give it another start up. Momentum Propel have the tough task to do of a best-of-7 reverse sweep. And look, forget about talking about reverse sweeps. Can we even see them get one game to fulfill your prediction? Timeout is gone. And they looked very... That's probably the weakest we've seen them out of the 3 matches after they conceded. So what is there to say for them?
Keep doing what you're doing, I think. Yes, it was the weakest that we've seen them look in this series. I don't doubt that. I do want to go back to game number 1, because that was 3-2. We were 2-2 at some point in that game when Momentum came back from 2-0 down, which did look very, very good for Momentum. And we talked about this being a serious series. Well, now we're looking at it as if to say, well, we might be 4 and out here, Nova, which is very, very unexpected. And maybe, just maybe, there is something wrong with this server. Hopefully not. Okay, my game is timed out.
Mine is timed out too.
Okay, well, that is a concern. Let's see if we can just quickly join up again. It looks like we can. So, no worries, no stress. We can just join up again. No worries. We're just gonna have to get all the players back in here, and we'll go again. A bit of an extra time for each of the teams here as we bring everyone back into the server. But Nova, Momentum have quite the task ahead of them.
That they do, and it's not any way easy, especially when they haven't shown really any signs of life since that game 1. A bit of a lucky pinch goal was the only goal they had last game, and to turn it around on the basis of that alone, when your opponents are just making magic happen, making things appear out of thin air where there shouldn't be anything going in. It's a mountain to climb, but they do say mountains are there to be climbed. Do they have their hiking boots? Do they have their grappling hooks? Are they able to find something to get themselves back into this one?
Well, at the moment, they need to get every player back in to the server. We are missing one, as we were earlier. It always seems to be that there is one person who just can't make it. And at the moment, it is the man of the hour. It is JPEG. I mean, we need to talk about him a little bit more, I think, Nova. He does make it back into the game. Just as I was about to sing his praises and talk a load about him, we can't do that anymore because he's joined the server. So we are going to tell the players to go, 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 and we will get things underway. Utopia Coliseum could be the resting place of Momentum Propel's season, Nova. Will Trickery get it done here in 4?
We have 5 minutes to wait and see. Can they bring on what they had in the last game or two? You know, one of these orgs is called Momentum, but they're not the one with it right now. JPEG launches it downfield. Wi-Fi only to get a response and get a 50. But I feel like a big problem. For mind, I was about to say, you know, a bit of a problem I see them having right now is that they're not playing high enough. Never mind. Biffy, a redirect, mate.
Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice start for Momentum. I mean, very rarely get those kinds of goals in Academy. Savor it, drink it in. JPEG wants the immediate response, though. Goes up over the top, off the ceiling, needs help. Tombast is there, but so are 2 Momentum players. They are just going to try and sit back, soak up pressure, and strike on the counter attack. Call it Deitch Ball as they try their best, but it might not work. Crossbar found. Lena can't finish. Custom sends it away. And, I mean, Trickery want to get this game back level as soon as they possibly can.
They're not really used to being the backseat, are they now? Just waiting, being a goal down. Not today anyways, they've not gone down once up until this moment, if I'm not mistaken. And will it be 2? That is a great effort at getting a double tap off the corner, find a way into the box. Unfortunately, that demo will kill almost all the momentum that Propel have. Banja can't quite get a pass outside the box, so the laners gone to 50 with Customs. Tom also 50 it, but not quite into a safe territory. Great save by JPEG, and his clearance there it is for now, but the pressure, it is starting to mount right now. The Propel on the front foot, but they do need to come away with another goal to actually be in a comfortable position.
Yeah, they really do, because we know that Trickery can kind of find something from nothing. Lena, no boost, does just about make a 50. It might not matter. Customs put this one down. Tombast sends it away. Banja, good block. Demo on the back lines. Customs is in the ground, and so there will be an opportunity for a 3-on-2, but Customs is now back. Trickery don't take advantage of that demo. Now, 2 minutes gone in this game number 4, and I wonder if Trickery are just watching the stream and want my prediction to be right. If they do, they're my new favorite organization. I love these guys because they're just losing one to win the next one. It's all part of the plan.
Bit of a dangerous plan when you're playing against players such as Customs, who has a shot getting away there now, not quite on target. However, that one's going to be frustrating. They've had so many chances right now, but they're going to rue them if they can't come away with a second one, and if they go on to concede. That's a big miss. And laners now, we know how this team has been on the counter-attack. Where's the follow-up? No one's there in the box. And as ambitious as we've seen JPEG's attempts and as we've seen them work out, that one, not quite.
Another potentially ambitious attempt. Does get the reset. Doesn't hit the flick. Ball into the middle. Biffy's going to get there before Laners, but he still wins the ball. And now JPEG coming through. JPEG into the center of the goal. If you drew a bullseye around the goal, that would be exactly where the middle would be. And it's illusory to level things up 1-1.
And it doesn't take much pressure whatsoever for them to do it. It's just a short burst that they really have there off of a counterattack. Customs!
No.
Oh no, he has missed it. And again, I think this is going to be this big story of this game. There's been so much missed attempts on this Propel side. Meanwhile, Trickery, you give them the ball for 5 seconds, you see them score for 5 seconds.
And is that the goal to end Momentum Propel's season? JPEG backboard, see you later, Customs. Empty net for Lena to finish. And that is 2-1 to Illusory. They are playing lights out right now. And with just under 2 minutes to go to hold on to this lead, maybe extend it. Lena's been gifted an opportunity. Customs does enough to send it away. Illusory don't look like they're going to be denied anytime soon.
Not at all. The chances they are creating, they see themselves 2-1 up, and they are looking for that third. It's not like what we saw from Propel, where they weren't really sending enough at it, and they were not clinical enough on the chances. It's going the opposite way right now. That said, oh, what a bump from you, Banja. And yet, they've managed to tie the game up. This time, can they pull it back?
Lena is going to be sat there wondering, where did he come from? Just out of sight. No way. Gets side swiped away from the plate. And that's going to be what we call in the industry a Desmond as we start to move into the final minute and 20 seconds. That's a joke for the older folk in the audience, all right? I'm 28 these days. I'm a Rocket League unk, okay? If you know, you know kind of vibe. Lena might know how to score, doesn't quite make connection. And actually, Trickery might be able to get around the side. No, Banja has enough boost to prevent the opportunity.
As we enter our last minute of the game, it's do or die time, really, for Propel. Or will they let it go to overtime? It worked for them last series. Much stronger opposition this time, though. Not something they can really afford to do. It's Customs pinned to his back wall. Manages to get one touch and a strong 50 to follow it up. Does he have the next touch? Not quite. So Biffy now going to take it to his wall. 60 boost to work with. One thing to follow the inspirational goals we've seen from JPEG. Ooh. And he manages... Sorry, I'm away giggling here. What a flip reset that is.
That is special. That is special. No one on the Trickery side was expecting that. And once again, tip him if you got him, a hat-trick going the way of Brazilian by fight. Does fantastic work. And now 30 seconds for Illusory to see this one out in 4. And JPEG might be able to find something here. Needs another touch. There's a rule 1. It's been broken. Oh, no. Lena and Customs break a rule 1 on the back corner. And that is unacceptable. It's 3-0 in the series, boys. Have a bit of fun. I simply don't believe what I'm seeing.
This is horrendous sportsmanship as we get into the last 5 seconds. JPEG just wanting that goal, not happy with keeping this one, maybe to go 3-1. No, he wanted the 4-0. Laner's beating his own teammate there. Can it be kept up? Thomas gets the flick on. Customs just trying to kill it. Does so well to do that. And Propel, they do have a way back into this series, and that's just about what they would have needed.
It's what they deserve after Lena broke a rule 1. That's what they deserve. I'm very upset about this. All right. Any tier that I see in play-ins specifically breaking a rule 1, playoffs might be a different situation. But it's called rule 1 for a reason. All right. Very upset about this. And so yeah, I'm very happy that Momentum have won that game. And actually, I hope they come back and reverse sweep it now. I really do.
So from being your favorite organization for dropping a game just for you, to being the villains of the story, how can I just ask how far for those of us who didn't happen to watch RS Cast, how far did they get in your predicted bracket?
Oh, that's a really good question, and the answer is I don't think very far. Let's see. So I've got them winning there. I do not have them winning their next game on Sunday, so
Oh, okay.
they lose their first game as far as I'm concerned on the weekend. That's how far they go.
Well, maybe that is what they deserve. It ended here last time, as we're about to get onto Beckwith Park. Can Propel manage to stop it from ending this time? They finally have something to show for themselves. But another 5 minutes to show that it was not just a fluke, that they can continue it on. Let's get right underway.
Here we go then. Series extended. 5 games required minimum. Tom Bass wanting it to only be 5, and that's special. Tom Bass sets himself up off the backboard. Take a look at this again. Banjo thought he dealt with the danger, but there's always danger when Tom Bass is in your half, and that is 1-0 early on.
And he doesn't even need much of it. He just gets one touch. Sees, you know what? There's that small opening. Most players, they see a small opening. They're not going to risk it. They'll be like, oh, maybe get the pass. Tom, he's different, mate. He's always going to take that one on. He's doing it all day. He deals with the small chances. And that is the big difference we've seen today. 1-0 already. But wanting to get a second, knowing this one isn't truly over. They're 2-1 up in the last game. Can they manage to put it out of arm's reach? Customs not wanting to hear that one whatsoever. Gets the ball into Banjo and a great save by laners. So far, they've been trying to push forward, but it hasn't quite come for them.
It's a lovely pop though, and Banja intercepts. Chance here for Customs. Doesn't get there before JPEG. Out of the corner, Bi-Fi looking to get this one into the middle. Laner intercepting. Backboard, JPEG still fighting over in that corner. Banja looking for the pass back. Customs and JPEG. Big 50s found. Lena sends it over to the far side, but Bi-Fi now able to collect it on the side wall. Looking for a way back into this momentum. They might have done it too. Banja looks for the bottom corner. JPEG is equal to it. And, I mean, Illusory look for a shot down the other ends. They don't find much. Still 1-0 up.
1-0 up, but so much time for more to come. Really, with the way Propel played last match, you'd be hoping this one won't end in a 1-goal game. In fact, if it does end in a 1-goal game, I'm going to say this now, this will be a very, very disappointing one if it stays this way. But hopefully we will see more push on Propel. They've managed to create 3 shots in this opening 2 minutes or so. But yet again, they are just being beaten sometimes in the box, and they've been capitalized so much on this series trickery. They beat one man, there's always a second man there. And momentum, they're really up against it right now. They need to change something rapidly.
Yeah, they do. Banja into the middle. Customs looking to finish the job, and actually, whether a fake, whether intentional or not, it gets the job done. Banja off that right-hand side puts a shot on goal, and Tombas is forced to make a decision as to whether to take that shot from Customs or just let it roll into the back of his net. He chooses the latter, and that's not gone especially well for him. The equalizer now found, and Propel fighting, scratching, clawing to keep their season alive.
Yeah, saying they need to change something up. What an air dribble! And Customs, he's just going to follow away with that one. Biffy, he beats one, he beats two. And Customs just has a nice little bouncing shot. And not season saved just yet, but suddenly they are clawing themselves back into this game.
Yeah, and you start to think maybe Illusory are looking at this game state and getting a bit concerned, getting inside their own heads. That looks like it's on target. Lena is able to make the save. Banja brings this one across. JPEG with the clearance, and Illusory. This is something that we've noticed all series long, is that in their backlines, Illusory don't look the most confident, don't look the most comfortable. And it seems that momentum only in this, well, in that game 4 and now this game number 5, that's the only time they've really been able to take advantage of that, and they are continuing to with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, it hasn't been the prettiest either, but sometimes it doesn't have to be pretty. You can be a bit ugly in the way you do everything, and it's been working for them slowly but surely, establishing that style that they've wanted to. Maybe that black screen that we had just before Game 4 started did them a world of good, because they're a changed team now, really. As Tom can't quite get the good 50 there, or maybe that's a great 50. Laners in a 1v1, how's the 50 not quite there? And as we enter the last 90 seconds, rifling off the post and the bar, where's the follow-up?
Right there. Right there.
Well,
You asked for it.
Look,
The follow-up
that's the
is
difference.
present. Yeah, absolutely. Tom Bast off that left-hand side. Double commit off the backline for momentum. 2 flying past the ball and unable to pick any touch off. So will be an easy finish there. And now all of a sudden, it's going to be trickery right back in this one. And maybe Lena looking for this one. No, doesn't have the boost to go up. It's the fake though. So momentum back off. Now off the backboard, Tom Bast double no. And that is going to be one that he might rue if Illusory don't win this game.
Oh,
way.
and JPEG so close there. Hearing you're gonna rule that, nah, he's just gonna make something happen out of nowhere, but not quite. It doesn't matter if you get close in Rocket League, you have to score it. Common sense, really. And instead, it's just been boomed the whole way down the pitch. Bye, Fi. Restores the lead once more.
I mean, that is schoolboy stuff. You got to be honest. JPEG left as the furthest back with 0 boost in the tank. Illusory are going to be looking at that goal and wondering how on earth they allowed it to happen. And now they've got to come fight back again from behind. Lena might be the one to do that off this right-hand side. Tries to get it middle by Fight. We'll send it away. That reset. Look to flick it forwards. It's off target, but it's in the right end of the pitch if you are a Momentum fan. Now it's not, though. That's just going to nestle in. Lena does enough with a 50 in the midfield, and we are all square.
That's such a good 50. Comes in strong. Banjay just had to play not to lose it rather than trying to play to win it. Maybe even a fake challenge, get back into your own corner, but it doesn't come out. You can't start thinking, I guess, of what could have happened. They just need to play it now. But it's still great all the same from Lena's. We were talking about, you know, team hat-tricks earlier. Every player in the lobby has one already.
Wow. Wow! And the exclamation point of the series, courtesy of JPEG. He's been looking for these all series long. And he hits one at the most crucial of times. 16 seconds remain. Illusory trickery. Look to knock Momentum out of the postseason. And they only have one more opportunity to try and find a response.
And here they go, but the double commit. Laners, it's open. Does he get around it? Yes, he does. Oh, and that's such a heartbreaking way for Propel to go out. They gave it their all. But Laners saying, see you later, lads. Enjoy your off-season, because they are moving off the playoffs.
Yeah, they certainly are. Looks like that is game, set, and match. As this ball will just hit the deck. After the kickoff, there it goes. Illusory trickery. They are able to take home the win, and they move on to Saturday's games. As you say, everyone on the score sheet in the final game felt like a very apt final game of this series. It felt way more epic than the scoreline would suggest. Commiserations to Momentum Propel, but Illusory trickery too much on the night.
It's unfortunate the way it goes for Propel. Did play quite well throughout the series, but just about held up by those passing plays. And specifically, we're going to name them, those moments of brilliance from JPEG. The double taps, the redirect. He was getting everything going for him. And that's really the big difference in getting that 4-1 win. Clearly, you know more ball than I do, Rhino, because you're the one that's come away with the correct prediction, unfortunately for myself.
Absolutely correct prediction. Thank you very much. 4-1 on the nose with the good. It's only downhill from here for the rest of the postseason. But I'm very happy with that one. And so is JPEG, of course. 15 shots, 8 goals, 6 assists, 10 saves, 4 demos, and a grand total point score of 2,905. Your series MVP for this game here in the play-ins. And more than deserved, I would say, Nova. More than fair for him to take home that award.
After a series like that, after the Game 5 winner, the crucial goal to come out, it's hard to say anything but. Great performance from all around, and if you can continue on with that, I think we could see a bit of a lower bracket run come out from this Illusory trickery side.
Maybe we could. Maybe we could. You'll have to tune in on Saturday to find out. But for now, we're going to try and catch up with our schedule once again. So when we come back, we have the upper bracket game, as you can see there with the play-ins. We are going to be watching the top side of that Marcium from Sistema Solaris taking on Ascent. And that game will be coming up in just a moment. I'll be bringing it to you with Gaz. But before we do, of course, I do just want to give Nova a quick shout out. Thank you so much for being on the first 2 games, Nova. Where can the people find you? You know,
Look, find me on anywhere there. Obviously, there's the Twitter below me there. Known as Nova9. Or if you add, I believe, an extra 9 onto it, you can find my Twitch channel. But for now, don't be focusing on my Twitch channel. Focus on the brilliant games we have coming up over the next few weeks here, because look, if today is to say anything, there are some brilliant ones to watch.
there really are. Okay, we're going to shut this one down. We'll see you
Are
soon.
you stuck in Diamond while your other friends flex their SSL title? Well, look no further. I have partnered up with LTXAcademy as a coach, and we are ready to boost your gameplay. With multiple tournaments and trophies won and thousands of dollars earned, I will cater to your needs and make sure you get to that next level. I'm also doing discounted prices for the first 10 days, so you do not want to miss out. And you are also probably thinking,
CMOS, how do I book a session with you?
well, that's easy. Just open up that fancy browser of yours, type metafy.gg/@cmasorl_, pick a session to your liking, book a time, and bang, you're booked, and I'll see you in the call. Once again, that's metafy.gg/@cmasorl_.
Welcome back, everybody, to the RSC-EU stream for our final game of tonight's Academy action. Of course, we've got tomorrow night as well. You won't want to miss that. But to close out, we actually have a non-elimination match for you. Sistema Solaris taking on Team Ascend as we take a look at who is going to go into the upper round of our weekend and who is going into the lowers. There you see the play-ins bracket. And we've got Sistema Solaris Marcium versus Team Ascent to go with. And of course, I am joined, as you saw just a moment ago, by the wonderful Gaz. Welcome to the desk. How are you today, sir?
Thank you very much. I don't think I've casted RSC in a while. I don't think I casted last week. So yeah, it's nice to be back and cast this. Yeah, very interesting game. I mean, the reason why it's interesting is like, it's very funny because Ascent, who were actually predicted like both teams were predicted to be last in their conferences, and both teams are here in the upper brackets in the play-ins at the end of the season, which is very funny. And the fact that Ascent were called a meme team just because of drafting Milwaukee in the top 4 picks, and they're here right now, upper bracket. I find that very interesting. I mean, it's like we're the doubters now, and they're here right now. They're competing to win one match and go forward to top 8.
They certainly are. I am taking a look at the rosters currently, and I am not seeing Mill in the lobby. I could be wrong.
Okay, Autocup is here though.
I think maybe Autocup is here.
Yeah.
We will
I mean,
see.
it was more like there was a rumor that Autocup had some internet issues.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Milwaukee
Autocup
might
is here.
step in.
Autocup is
But
here.
Autocup is here to play. We do have the 2 rosters. I'm not sure on who Niles and Phantom is, but I believe that should be Das and Mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is
So-
which? Someone please inform me.
We've got to get things pretty much underway, so we're going to do our predictions very quickly, and I will kick off with our prediction. And although Sistema Solaris have had a very good team, although they have been playing very, very well, Gaz is just fixing his camera. Don't worry about it. I believe that it's going to be an Ascent victory. I'm the only one on the RS cast panel who predicted this. I think Ascent are going into the upper side of the bracket on Saturday. So give me Ascend 4-2 over Sistema Solaris. Gaz, what about you?
I think I'll go the same. I said ever since they made their changes, they've been going very well throughout the season. And just the story of Milwaukee being that plat player who everyone doubted, being able to carry a trophy, I love the story. And hearing that he has some beef with Yannick. Yes, him having some beef with Yannick based on some things that happened during tryouts in preseason. So yeah, I want to go for the win just for the vibes for the story.
Well, the beef will be squashed. The time is now. We are getting into this game number 1 of this series. It's Sistema Solaris versus Ascend for the upper bracket on Saturday.
Yeah, as we do head into the first kickoff of the game, goes the way of Autocup here, just playing it to the side while trying to follow his own ball. Kind of do that, gets beat as Tino now with 0 boost. Will go for a simple challenge. Now Phantom going again for the challenge. Yeah, I do need some clarification on who Phantom and Niles is, because I don't know which is which.
What do you mean which is which? They're both on the same team.
Yeah, like who is who? Das. I know one of them is Das and one of them is Mate, but who is who?
We call them what they are in the server. And Tino leads the way for Ascent. The underdogs in this one. They start game number 1 with a lead.
Yeah, nice early goal for Ascent here with just 30 minutes in. I mean, it was kind of a double commit, but it still ended up working for them, you know, as they do head into the second kickoff now. Let's see how Marcium respond to that.
We will exactly see how they do deal with it. There's an opportunity here. Niall sends it away. Tino off that right-hand side, looking for the follow-through. Might have a teammate. Phantom sends it away. There's a chance for Autocup! And the lead is doubled for Team Aspire. I'm sorry, I've been calling them Ascend all day. Old habits, old RLCS habits die hard. It is, of course, Team Aspire. And they are 2-0 up. They are Aspired.
Yeah, that was a quick. Those were quick 2 goals in succession here, and they do have the lead now with not even a minute gone as they're about to have a
No
third one here
way!
from Nathan. Oh, what a pass from Otakap. Otakap is just from Tino. I mean, man, but that was a very impressive pass. Now it's just caught off guard though.
And I mentioned it earlier, I love to see a team hat-trick. That's exactly what we've got. Tino, Carp, and Nathan all 1 goal apiece inside the first minute of the first game. And there's someone on the field who I get the feeling is going to be very, very frustrated by this current scoreline. It is, of course, going to be Yannick as Nathan looks for the pass back. Tino caught between a rock and a hard place, does just about send that ball away. Now Ottercup going to need to send it long. Does do so only as far as Phantom, who we are being told is Mate. Looking now for his captain, doesn't find it, and Nathan can clear his lines.
Yeah, and now that's now taking control here. We'll try and play this middle. Nobody will follow him. Nice control coming up from him. He doesn't need a teammate to follow us. He can follow it himself. But now we have the third man here. Beats by Nathan. Nathan can try and pass this middle. But now Mate, nice 50. Doesn't go his way though. Now Das with a musty. Clears it away. Otaka will take control. Doesn't get beat. Nice 50 from him. Mastino now will take charge off the corner. Might look for a double but could not get that.
It has been a breathless start to game number 1. It has been a little bit slower since that 4-minute mark was hit. That's a double commit though. Nathan, I thought he'd missed. I really thought that was going wide, but no, he was just styling on them, proving that he can find the bottom corner. And it's 4-0 to Team Aspire.
Yeah, but Aspire now, they're free flowing at the moment. They're catching Marcium on this defensive errors that they're making. But now let's see whether Marcium can actually get back. There's 3 minutes, is still a lot of time to go. But Ottercup now trying to play this forward. And Niles now will control this play near away, will chase this. Ottercup now is 100 boost. Yeah, will continue to play this forward. But Phantom off the side wall. Phantom can go again. Doesn't get enough power, doesn't get the power he was looking for.
No, it doesn't, but it will be Dasports to try and steal this one away. It's now Matej putting this one middle, cleared away by Ottercup for the moment, and Nathan helps it on its way. Yannick drops it down, looking for the run of Matej, but it's not going to be enough. And yeah, a little bit of confusion in the back lines for Aspire, nothing they can't handle. Ottercup tries to send it away. Actually, that might be an opportunity for Dasports, but he doesn't find anything. And now Nathan tries to take it through. He can't do anything either. 50s in the midfield. They're going to equate to relatively nothing. And Sistema Solaris haven't really got going in this game yet.
Yeah. Phantom now looking for the double. Almost gets that, but yeah, has 0 boost. As Ottercup tries to play this forward. Niles now on the back, but nice control from him. Has some boost to recover. Ottercup has a chance to play his middle. Will get him. Will miss it. As Phantom now clears the forward. Will chase his own pass here. He gets a shot on target, but Ottercup back in time will get the clear. As Yannick tries to play this middle off the side for Niles. Niles can get the double. Ottercup is there. Does not touch as Niles will score the double there. Beautiful goal coming out from Niles.
Well, I mean, there is so much bread to get, and he is certainly getting it as that one off the crossbar. Double touch is beautiful. And it will be a goal back for Sistema Solaris. If Aspire can score 4 in 1 minute, I mean, there's no reason to say that it can't go the other way as well. Ottercup wants to prevent that from happening. Ball into the middle, cleared away by Dasport, and it will be going low under Tino. Intercepted by Ottercup, who now tries to take it away, but Yannick at the back post needs to pass. Dasport tries to score, but actually it's going to go the other way. Ottercup, has he found a shot on target? No, he hasn't. Can he find the second? No. Yannick sends it away as well. And it is all systems go on both sides of the ball.
It's a double commit here, but Tino will get to clear to the side. Well, Yannick could not get to touch on that. As now will just control this to his corner calmly and collected here. Tries to beat one. Follow-up comes off from Phantom. It bounces off the corner. It's an awkward bounce, but Nathan will read out very well. Phantom going for another challenge. It's a great 50 for him. But Ottercup now, not the touch was looking for. Tino is awkward. Yannick with the chance to pass it off the back, but with a shot from Niles. Phantom for the rebound, just could not get down targets.
It's panicky defending on the side of Aspire, but it's getting the job done for the moment. There's a chance here for Yannick, but no! Tino scrambles across his goal line. That's his 3rd save of the game. Fantastic work with 20 seconds left. I think it's fair to say Aspire might have won game 1.
50 seconds to go here with a chance here, and yeah, with 12 seconds to go, not much can happen here. Phantom just trying to score a consolation goal here, could not get that. It's back into the middle, it's an open net. Phantom and Yannick, no, it's a miscommunication, it's a double commit, and both of them will end not scoring that one, as Aspire will take this game 1-4-1.
Wow. Aspire Ascent. Not many people would have given them a chance going into this game, but I'll tell you who did. That's the two people on the desk. We're looking real smart right now as we take a look at those statistics. Only one demo in the whole game, which for an Academy game, I actually find offensive. Not just bad, I'm not just upset. I find that offensive to me as a person. I need to see more demos. I need to see more chaos, Gaz.
Yeah, I love demos too, and I think if you really want to see those demos, they should probably bring in Milwaukee, you know. I heard that he's a demo,
true.
he's a master at demoing.
Demo fiend, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't need it right now. Let's put it this way. Ascent don't need that right now. What they need to do is keep doing what they're doing. What did you see from Sistema Solaris, Gaz, that might be cause for concern in that game?
I mean, the fact like they kind of considered 3 goals early on. I mean, I feel like maybe it's just the nerves, you know, early game 1 nerves, and they panicked a bit. And sometimes they just went on the same page. You get me? Like, they held attacks here and there. The passing wasn't really on point. And sometimes they got into each other's ways. So they need to be a bit more calmer. They need to be a bit more clearer in their comms. Yeah, just be calm.
See if they can be calm on Forbidden Temple. It is quite a tranquil, serene map. See if that is going to give them the energy they need as we go into game number 2. Aspire 1-0 up. They're going to lead early on again. Oh my goodness. 3 seconds into game number 2. And Tino runs through the whole of Sistema Solaris.
Yeah, Tino, oh my god, bro. Off the kickoff. Great goal from him here. And again, an early start for Ascent here. What can Masum do? They haven't shown any sign that they've been a clear karma, although it's been 3 seconds in, 8 seconds right now. But let's see now as Niles tries to get a bump on the back for Phantom now. It's into the middle for Yannick. Yannick, who is up, will get beat by Autocap. Nice clearance coming out from Autocap here. Autocap tries to pop it. Donkey for his teammate who chased this. Tinok will continue to follow this off the corner, has a chance to play it middle, gets a grip 50, will look for the bump. But now it's now a bit awkward for him, gets a 50. It's bad as Tino is there. Tino could not get the shot on target, so that was really close.
Yeah, there was a demo though from Autocarp. It might not be enough to stop this attack from Sistema Solaris. Ball into the middle, no. Tino does enough to send it away. No boost really to work with, so just has to get as heavy a touch on it as possible. Niles does enough. Yannick, oh my goodness, maybe it was just a fake. It was just a fake. It was just a fake, guys. He meant to miss the ball. It's fine, 1-1.
Yeah, it was just a fake, definitely calculated, as we see from the chat too. Yannick saying he was faking, and I definitely saw that happening. Yeah, finally game is tied. Malstrom definitely looked better, considering they haven't considered 3 goals yet, but now with a chance coming chance there, and they do end up defending well.
That's crazy work for you, you know. They look better because they've not conceded 3 goals in the first minute. You know what? It's a factual statement. Autocarp over to the left-hand side gets dunked over there by Niles, who of course is Dasport, as now Nathan comes off that side wall. Tino looking to set himself up, maybe back post, no one there. And now Tino goes again. Yannick gets in the way. Nathan pops the ball high off the ceiling, looking to follow through. Phantom sends it away. Who is Matej? That one is going to be an opportunity off the backboard for someone from Aspire. No one is taking charge. Tino out of the corner. Cleared away now by Dasport, but picked up by Autocarp into the middle. Yannick does enough. Maybe not enough. Nathan takes a shot. It's off the backboard. And it's sent away. Aspire looking real good.
Yeah. But let's see here, it's a nice clear. Nathan will be back in time. We'll go for the 100. Just calmly playing this forward away over Niles might beat Phantom also, as Phantom has to back up 0 boost. Nathan has a chance to pass the middle for Cap. What a Cap was there, but it's a 50 which goes sideways. But Phantom now with 100 boost will play this middle for Niles, who will go up looking for the double, challenged by Tino, not giving him any space.
Not for the moment. Ball into the middle. Yannick drops it down. Nathan to collect. Aspire still on the attack. Out of the corner. Gets another nice double. And Autocarp is there to finish off the move. Bamboozled the Sistema Solaris backline with this double touch out the corner. And Ottercup had an empty net to finish in 2-1.
Yeah, wow, Nathan, that was impressive. Nice control coming up from him here and creative for his teammate as he's always been doing. Also in the last game too. But now with a one goal being ahead, Niles now on the counter attack, getting a demo, will get a shot on target, top corner, impossible to save there.
Yeah, and that's just a misplay from Tino. We've not seen too many from this game, but he needs to hit that ball as it comes up on that sidewall. He misses out. He gets demoed there by Das Brot, and it will be the finish for him as well. So in the end, we go to a 2-2 stanza, maybe 3-2. Oh, no way! Matej, how do you miss that? And somehow Aspire survive, and it's still all square. Maybe not for long. Backboard hits. Nathan finishes. Marcium gonna be wondering how on earth that went down.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate. From the miss on the opposite end, and then going to concede that again, that's definitely going to be a drop in morale for them. I hope that it doesn't really affect them too much here, as they still have a lot of time. 2 minutes is still a lot of time for something to happen. I mean, they can even score 3 goals in this 2 minutes.
They could. They absolutely could, but they might need to score 4 as Nathan drops it down.
no,
Phantoms nowhere near. Matej might be somewhere else right now as Nathan just drops this one down. It's a lovely double touch, but you're really expecting Matej to be able to get there and send it away. 2 goals now the difference between Ascent and Marcium.
Yeah, it was a great goal by Nathan, but kind of unfortunate for Matej there, having to concede that again. An unfortunate goal they've conceded 2 times in a row now in quick succession. But now let's see whether they can get back, as Matej now will pick the 0 boost. Not much he can do. Will try and please middle for his teammate. Niles will be there. But Yannick now chasing this, will continue to hold possession, has a chance to play this middle. Will take the shot instead. It's on target. He beats the last defender, and he does get 1 goal back.
When it's not to level or to lead the game, Yannick is so reliable in front of goal, and that's exactly what he does there. Gets a goal back for his side. Marcium back within 1. With 1 minute 46 left to go, there is still an opportunity, provided that the Marcium heads are not rolling, considering how this game has gone for them so far. Nathan intercepting backboard. No, Matej, oh my goodness, just about able to send it away. If he had another error leading to a goal, there might have been an inquiry in a what would almost certainly have been a timeout. Might not be one yet, though. Matej off the backboard, looking for the double. Finds it 2, not on target. But it does seem like Sistema Solaris are starting to build at the end of this second game.
Yeah, it's now also called holding position here. Gets them out of the way by Yannick. Tino, though, will be there. It's off the back, but Nathan for the rebound can get down on target. It's off the crossbar. Bounces away as Tino will get a back pass, I'll say, for Ottercup, who picks up the 100. Controlling, nice, calm, patience coming out from him here. Has a chance to be 1, might beat the second one. Does do that. 1 more to be for him here as he shoots on target. It's there as Niles will save that.
Goal of the play-ins was right there, right? Clip of the week, everything. Headlines, Ottercup takes it around 2 players. Off that corner, finds the angle, just saved on the goal line. Tino tries to play this one middle. Matej right there. Nathan is the last man back. He's going to take the aggressive position here. Tino off that right-hand side. That's not a great touch from Dasport, but it's enough to be able to send it away. Only as far as Ottercup. Off that backboard. Yannick into the middle. Nathan might be able to capitalize. Matej just about gets the back of his car there. And it's only 1 goal difference with 20 seconds left.
Yeah. Now Nathan will miss that. Phantom Matej will chase this. Picks up a boost pad. Gets bumped out of the way. Nathan now with a clear. They just have to defend well. They're already ahead. Niles now will pass it backwards for Matej. Matej is off the corner. Will try and get a redirect middle. Ottercup will just kill this on the ground. And Ascent take game 2 for 3.
And there is the timeout. Yeah, and I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Yep.
As I mean, Gaz, I do have to say that second game looked better from a Sistema Solaris side. They looked more comfortable. They looked a little bit like they were starting to get things going. But my big problem for Sistema Solaris right now is individual mistakes leading to goals. That's where the problem lies for me.
Yes. I mean, we saw that happen. 2 goals that they conceded in rapid succession, right? Especially the fact like it's more annoying like they had the chance to score on the opposite end and they somehow didn't score and then they just conceded like 5 seconds after.
Yeah.
And then right after the kickoff, they then concede of another individual mistake. So it's kind of unfortunate. They just, yeah, I mean, I've been saying it after the first game too. They just need to be a bit more calm and trust each other. But yeah, they just need to be a bit more solid in defense. And I think they'll be able to reverse sweep, not reverse sweep, but like you get the point.
They'll be able to come back in the series, is what you're trying to say. And
Come back this series.
I do agree with that. Something interesting that I did see from those statistics, though, Ascent had double the number of shots that their opponents had, that Marcium had, which, I mean, that says to me that Ascent are having more of the ball. They're having more of the opportunities at the Marcium end, and Sistema Solaris aren't able to get up the field into an aggressive kind of position. And if they are, those shots aren't coming in on goal. They're going wide. So I think we definitely saw a couple come through from some of the Sistema Solaris players, which when they got into those really good positions, the shot was over the bar or it was wide of the post. It seems like their shot accuracy needs a bit of work as well.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. We saw so many points in the game where Ascent were carrying attack to attack to attack, and they always had the third man in the right position to read where the ball was, and they continued the attack off the backboard. And Marcium were just finding a hard time breaking out from their defense, winning possession and holding it, and that's very important, especially in games like this.
Yeah, it really is. Well, we are going to move on to DFH Stadium very, very shortly. The timeout has been called, of course, and rightly so. Sistema Solaris Marcium, the favourites coming into this game, certainly. But unfortunately for them, it has not gone their way. Ascent in the ascendancy, and with 20 seconds remaining of the timeout, they've not got long to talk things through, Gaz. And do you maybe think that this timeout is more to put Aspire on ice than it is to bring themselves back into the game?
I think it's both. I won't say one is more than the other because, of course, Aspire, they were hot and they're doing very well. But at the same time, Solaris, they're just making individual errors, as we said. So yeah, maybe it's to calm the nerves. I mean, they're 2 games in already, and now you realize that, oh yeah, we might actually be losing this. This is a real strong team that we're facing. We need to be more calmer, no pressure, trust your teammates. And now heading into game 3, they should definitely be looking to take this one.
Yeah, they should, but the best laid plans and all that sometimes go unfounded, and now this is an opportunity early on for Aspire. Actually, the breakaway is right there. It's going to be Mate down that right-hand side. Needs the pass in. Oh, does find it, but it's not enough. Yannick, oh my goodness. Nathan gets back in time. Aspire fighting for the badge, and maybe the counter-attack is there. And oh my goodness, Sistema Solaris heads must be flying.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, again, they had another chance, and it was for them. It was there for them to score. They fumbled it and conceded immediately after. As we see here, Phantom missing. Tino has a chance to bury this, fixed it for his teammate. Watercap's waiting there, but it's a 50, which goes to the way of Niles will back off, leaving it for Phantom. Mate here now controlling this challenge. He does beat Nathan, who continues to chase this as Ottercap is there. It's a 50 which goes to Niles, who's waiting at the back. Will pop this up. We'll try and go for an air dribble. Plays it over one, might go for a double, a pass, but nobody is there waiting. Nobody is there to score that for him.
Yeah, and Tino with the breakaway, looking to get over the top of Mate. Mate plays it into the corner where Nathan is waiting. Back post, Tino surely off the post, but it's going to be Ottercap to follow it through. And Sistema Solaris heads are on Mars. It's going to be double the goal tally for the side of Aspire. And Sistema Solaris' timeout may well have not worked out too well for them.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a minute in. There's still 4 minutes to go here, as they do have the chance to do something, but they need to stop making individual errors like that and maybe do better on their 50s. I'll see here now, Niles, the 50 doesn't go their way. Ottercap is still forward. Ottercap can turn and score this. Try and please with it for his teammate who's waiting there. Nathan's already up. It's a shot on target, and he does find the 10 goal. Great placement coming out from Nathan there.
I just asked in chat, lads, what am I seeing? And the first response that came through is Peak Academy. And you know what? That's exactly what we're seeing. This is Peak Academy tier here in the RSC. You never know who's going to win. Everything goes out the window when it comes to postseason. Nothing makes sense. And I love every single part of it as Autocup going to try and send this long. It's not on target. Nathan backboard looking for the follow. Does get the boost steal. That might be enough for the moment to keep the pressure on from Aspire. No. Tino sends it over to the far side, but it will be Autocup to take advantage. Just doesn't take the ball with him. That's a big bump. Now Nathan looking to pile drive it into the middle of the net. And that's exactly what happens. The team hat trick now becomes 2 goals for Nathan, and it's 4 without reply for Ascent.
Oh no, this is rough to watch. I mean, great bump coming up from Autocap there, just freeing the ball for Nathan. But Nathan is on something else at the moment. Like every time he touches the ball, so it's going to be a goal, it's going to be an assist. As here on the counter attack, this time around, Solari is trying to bring it to Ascent, and they do get 1 goal back.
Okay. Everyone calm down. Off the backboard. Lovely from Yannick. Good finish there from Niles, aka Dasport. Right. Let's see if we can get a reset now and maybe play longer than 20 seconds of Rocket League. Maybe that is a thing that can happen as Nathan pops it high, maybe not. Tino, if he makes it, he does. Backboard needs a double. Oh, Autocup just has the ball robbed from him. And now it's going to be Matej down this left-hand side. Got Yannick in the midfield. Yannick looking for the demo. Comes up empty. And now this is an opportunity for Dasport, but it's not enough. And Nathan puts the ball over to the far side. I think we've played about 20 seconds, Gaz. I think I've seen enough now. I'd like to see a goal now if that's okay. It's not coming.
I mean, my come here as Tino does miss
Oh, no.
the backboard. But yeah, unfortunately, miss coming up from the attacker there. Now to continue to challenge this. It does beat 2 defenders. Tino is a bit awkward as Yannick could look to bump him or try to place back into the middle for his team here. As Otakabu beat him. Phantom is there for the challenge. Nathan will get it clear. Everyone was pushed up a bit too forward. It's more of a counter attack. Yannick will miss that. Nathan with a chance. It will bounce off the sidewall. It's an awkward bounce, but Phantom will read that.
And here we go. Defense into offense. Yannick tries to play it to a teammate. Niles is going to miss. That now means there's an opportunity in the middle, but it's taken away. Now this is Matej trying to find something. Autocup takes it away from Nathan, who has been red hot so far this series, it has to be said. Nathan playing incredibly well for Team Aspire. Ball into the middle. Autocup does enough, sends it away. Back in from Matej. Back post. Yannick surely will finish, and he does. Drives that ball into the ground. And all of a sudden, Sistema Solaris look like they do have a little bit of life.
Yeah, I think Solaris have locked in. I mean, they're winning their 50s now. They're holding possession. They're doing more with the ball than what they've been doing in the last 2 minutes before that. And we can definitely see that here. They've scored 2 goals. It's looking good for them. But can they keep it going? That's the question.
Can they indeed? Yannick pops it forwards, cleared away by Tino, and that's going to alleviate some of the pressure on that Aspire back line. Tino does enough once again to get a challenge. Now Matej misses the ball. Autocup off that right side. Oh, needed a second touch that didn't come. And now Nathan has to cut this ball off. Does drop it down. Tino's flying through. Oh, he needed to make contact. And it's a few whiffs in the air tonight as both of these teams trying to get control of this ball and make something work. Nathan might be able to. Just looks for the shot. Yannick puts it over the top. Is there a follow-up? Only from Matej. But now Autocup keeps the ball in Sistema Solaris territory. You think Dasport will be able to send it away. Actually, Nathan cuts it off, looks for the shot off the off the post and cleared away.
Yeah, Autocup was a bit too far forward, but the bounce does work on his favor here. Trying to get a flip reset, could not do that with a 50 between his teammate and the opponents. And opener, Autocup has to get a touch, he does get one, but it's back into the middle from Yannick. And now this there beat by Nathan. Nathan continues to chase, might leave it to Tino. Actually, Tino will back off as Nathan tries to play this middle. Autocup is there as third man, will go for this early, will miss it. Now has a chance to place for Yannick, who's waiting, but it's too light for Yannick as Yannick was reading a faster one that was ahead of him.
Yeah, no, that was almost an opportunity for Aspire. They might have one more chance here. Tino takes a shot, blocked off by 2. But with 5 seconds left and 2 goals to find, you do think this is out of reach now for Sistema Solaris, especially with that shot not going home. And well, Gaz, here we go. Aspire Ascent, 1 game away from upper bracket on Saturday. Sistema Solaris Marcium have got it all to do.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in like the first 2 minutes of the game for Martial, and it just didn't help them that they conceded 4 goals and they had to come back from that, even though they kind of locked in towards the end. But now with your backs behind the wall, you have to do something magical. You have to reverse sweep when all the odds are against you at the moment, and when your opponents are peaking. So yeah, I want to see them try. I want to see them try.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Ascent are one of the highest drawing teams in the entirety of RSC this season. They've got 9 draws on the season, only beaten by Shadow Haze with 10. So, I mean, it's very interesting to see. Obviously, the end of their season looked very kind of middling. They got 4 draws and a win in the last 5 games. But they have absolutely steamrolled their way into play-ins and maybe upper bracket of playoffs if they can win on Utopia Coliseum.
Yeah, nine draws is insane. That's half of all your games being a draw. That is insane. That requires some consistency. As you can see them being consistent throughout all the games that they played so far. They've won all of them. As Otakap kind of missed that, and almost everyone was pushed forward. I was surprised that they didn't really concede from that.
Yeah, they didn't for the moment, but there is still time, of course. Yannick trying to turn the corner. Tino takes out Dasport in the back lines. Cup has time to get ball on Bonnet and send it long, but Mate has other ideas. Big cut-off, cleared away. For the moment, picked up by Das, who tries to work it into the middle, looking for Yannick, but it's too far behind him, and that might just go home. Bottom right-hand corner, no, off the post. Tino tries to turn it over. He hits off the post as well. And Aspire trying to finish off the series. Well, they can't get the first goal just yet.
Yeah. As a miss comes out from Mate here, Tino will just flick this over. We'll continue to chase it. Won't miss that also, as now to turn around to get the challenge. He goes to the side. Nathan has to back off. It's a bit awkward for him. As he gets a touch, Naz is looking for the bomb. But Yannick could have left that for Mate, and yeah, some miscommunication coming out from them again. Another miscommunication coming out from both Mate and Naz this time. But Naz now will go with a lot of boost to try and do something. Has a chance. Yannick is there. Yannick will miss.
Oh, hang on a moment. There's still an opportunity. Mate will be sent away by Tino, and now Ottercup actually has a bit of a run, but doesn't pick up the boost. Yannick ready for it. Tino into aggressive stance, and it will be Mate to finish that one off, and this is Aspire. Well, they won't want to see this back. Let's put it that way. A demo on the ground. Tino in a real problem position, and it will be the lead for Marcium.
Yeah, I mean, at least all their offense finally paid off. They got the goal that they're looking for, and this time around they're the ones scoring first, and they do have control on this game. But as I'm saying that, Mate almost pulling something out of the magic tricks book. Yeah, almost scoring that beautiful sideward beat.
Yeah, but hang on a moment. Ottercup breaking downfield, but stuffed by Mate. Now this is going to be Tino off the backboard. Needs to clear it away. Needs to get something on it. Dasport tries to keep it alive, but it's going to be Nathan now to send it clear. And I mean, Aspire, they do look a little bit nervous. Their backline is not 100% as solid as it once was. And I think Marcium have noticed that. They smell blood in the water.
Yeah, I think it's more like final game nerves, because that also exists, you know, like we just need one more win. Surely we can't mess this up. And that kind of ends up leads to a lot of reverse sweeps. I've seen that happen in my lifetime.
Yeah. Yep, certainly does. Aspire won't want to fall victim to that, and Ottercup is going to try and make it so. But Yannick sends it away before he can make contact, and now down that left-hand side, Yannick looking for the pass. Tino plays it over the top, looking for another touch. There was an opportunity for Nathan to get through, but well blocked away by Marcium. They are wanting to protect this lead at all costs, even if they have to get some demos to do it.
Yeah, Nathan won't miss that. It's a 2v1 as Ottercup is last back. He does get a good touch from him here. Now with the rebound, Ottercup again with the clear. Phantom is there, redirect. Oh my god.
Right, Tino, we got to have a conversation here, pal, because where are you going? Where, like, you've seen Mate jump for that ball in the corner. Bro is trying to play it as if there is no way that he's ever going to get it. It's a nice touch off the sidewall, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Very, very good. But Tino's positioning left a lot to be desired. That's a wonderful fake. That is one of the better fakes that you will see in Academy. Off that corner, Nathan just makes Yannick miss, and Tino has an empty net. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely a calculated fake, definitely on purpose. And I won't get any better. As now, they do get one back at least, Aspire, but they do lose it again.
Yep.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
Ah, right. Okay, so yeah,
Tino.
kickoffs are a thing, boys. All right, kickoffs are a thing. That's not ideal. We're back to a 2-goal advantage for Marcium, and I never like kickoff goals, man. Like whichever tee you're looking at, they're just never particularly exciting. But this one might be. There's an opportunity here as Daspro puts it in the middle. Nathan will send it away. He's got Tino for company. Pops the ball high. Doesn't put it in front of his teammate. So now Daspro puts it to Matej. Ball into the middle, but Ottercup will send clear for Aspire. Looking for a counter-attack. Ottercup off the backboard. Needs help. Big demo by Matej to keep that ball out of his net.
Yeah, Yannick trying to chase this, looking for a bomb, but a touch here. Tino will be that attacker as Phantom will turn around to challenge against an open net for him as it beat 2 defenders. What? Asema, what are we doing? Are we not talking to each other?
Yeah, there does seem to be some miscommunication weaving its way in the Aspire Ascent side. And, I mean, this is going to be a good game for Sistema Solaris' momentum, right? This team needed a game which they won relatively confidently, and they could kind of take forwards and go, we are the better team. We can beat this group, because so far in this series, they hadn't had that moment. Whereas now it seems like they have 4-1 with 50 seconds remaining. That's a lovely redirect from Ottercup. He's going to keep the play alive. Tino at the back post looking to get it on target. Matej sends it away, and actually he's going to pick up that boost as well. Nathan might get back in time to make the save, and does, and maybe spark a counter-attack. Nathan shot on target. Yannick does well to make sure that ball does not go home, and that should be at least a game win for the side of Marcy.
Yeah, I think there's no way that you actually fumble from this position with this time left. As now they could also add another one. It's a bit of an openness, some misses in the defense from Ottercup. Phantom is there for the rebound. Nice, Matej just getting the 5th goal for them in the game. 10 seconds left. It's done and dusted, I guess. At least they do get one game back.
And that is very important, because obviously we know that they have to make the reverse sweep. That is shown right now, and it really did feel like Marcium were struggling with mental issues. It really did feel like they were starting to not trust each other, and kind of, you know, a lot of double commits, a lot of misplays. But in this game here, in this game number 4, they really have found their form, and that's a lovely finish there from Matej. So 6-1, 6 seconds, maybe, just maybe, will be treated to a holiday for Gaz.
Yeah, maybe you could get the Brazil here, shot on target. But now Yannick trying to keep this ball alive. Matej will try to do that also as Nathan. It's a nice shot for him as Tino is there. Nathan does score that. And a consolation goal.
A consolation goal, a reminder that
it's a good one.
there are goals to be had, and it is a very, very good one. Driving low, close to the grass. Marcium will pick up the victory, though. They will extend the series. Remember, this is not an elimination game. Both teams will be playing on Saturday, whatever happens. But at the end of the day, a good, solid win for Marcium.
Very, very solid. Yeah, we can see Matej 5 goals and 7 shots. I mean, I don't think they broke his sweat in this game. A bit too easy for them, just capitalizing on the mistakes coming out from Ascent. We also saw that from the kickoff goal that they scored. And yeah, I don't know what happened between last game and this game for both teams.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, sometimes you do just need things to go your way, and I'm just watching a replay of that kickoff goal and reminding myself that Marcium, look, we're not naive enough to put that whole game down to luck, but there were moments in that game, which went Marcium's way, which in the previous games, it felt like they weren't getting that same luck. They weren't getting that same kind of rub of the green. So definitely a confidence builder for Sistema Solaris. Can they continue it and extend this series even longer?
Yeah, well, so we head into game 5 here, and now I don't know, are we going to get more of the same, or are we going to get another totally different game?
We'll find out, won't we, as Tino sends this one clear. It's going to be intercepted there by Das Porters. Tino does enough, puts the ball into the midfield. Ottercarp and Nathan not really communicating there. Nathan will win this one off the ceiling. Needs to carry it through. Gets an extra touch. Tino there to try and win that 50. Doesn't. Ottercarp goes back instead of challenging for that ball. And I love that decision. Clearly a veteran of the tier, because if he went for that challenge and missed it, it's an empty net. And Sistema Solaris take the opening goal. So really good game awareness from Ottercarp.
Yep. As now they are struggling being defense here, trying to hold possession. Nice can take a shot. Rebound is there by Yannick, trying to drop this, trying to kill. Maybe could have dropped it right under him as Phantom was waiting there. But now Ottercarp taking charge here. Some boost here, trying to. Niles cannot do that. As Nathan now, nice clear for him. But Niles will read that. It's back into the middle. But Tino will be there and gets a good clear.
Nathan looking for that 50. Tino continuing out of the corner. Needs help, and once again Ottercarp just playing that third man role, making sure that there's not an easy shot for Marcium to take. Yannick off the backboard. Ottercarp is there, sends it away only as far as Matej. Off that backboard, and Dasport comes through, hits the post. Surely it will be the opener for Marcium, and indeed they don't make the mistake in front of goal. 1-0.
Yeah, and Marcium again scoring first, and if it's going to go as the same way as the last game, that means, I mean, they can take this game. This game is really scrappy, especially this one. It's really scrappy.
Yeah, I agree. Nathan off that right-hand side has a pass middle if he wants to find it. Takes a shot instead. Probably not the wisest option for him, as now Matej tries to send this long. He's got Yannick for company. Ottercarp able to block it off. And Aspire trying to really frustrate the Sistema Solaris side here, and they're doing a good job of it. Ottercarp takes a shot. Good save, Matej.
Yeah, that was really close coming up from Ottercarp there. But Ottercarp now has a chance to play his middle. Nathan will back off though, as Yannick will be there to clear this away. Niles waiting at the side, can try and play this middle. But Phantom Matej has to back off. It's really clear to the side. Nobody's there. Yannick will get a touch. Will pick up the 100 also. Has a chance to play middle. Nathan will beat him. Niles now has to go for the challenge. Is off to the side to the corner. Tino now picking up the 100. Will get beat by Matej. Matej has a chance looking for the bump also. Niles with the shot blocked by 2 actually. As Yannick now is there waiting past middle to the other side. Phantom waited. And it's a bit of awkward here and there from corner to corner, you know.
Yeah, Nathan, an unfortunate miss there, but Tino does get the clearance, looks to follow through, does follow through as well. Looks for the pass middle, and actually might have looked for a shot in the end. Didn't come. And actually, Dasport takes out Tino, which means this defense is going to be very difficult for Aspire. Tino coming in from deep. Ottercarp is not going to want to see that because the counter-attack is now on. It is sent over to the corner, though. As Yannick off the side. Well won by Nathan. He picks up the 100 boost as well, which means Yannick's got to go the long way round. Another demo coming through from Marcium, and they seem to be much more aggressive in this game number 5.
Yeah.
Oh!
What? From where? How?
I've never seen a more confused face than Gaz is pulling right now, I can't lie.
I mean, I look at me, I'm about to say something, and I just see the ball going into the net straight, like, and 3 defenders are there. I'm like, how?
I've got to give credit to Tino because that is a wonderfully positioned shot, right? Oh my goodness, he might have found the pass. What a save from Matej, and that is his savior medal. He's got 3 on the game, but once again, I do just want to talk about that Tino goal because it didn't look really like much, but in the end, you just notice it nestling in that bottom right-hand corner before any of the opposition team do, and sometimes goals like that just feel a little bit better because you've outsmarted the opposition team there with that shot. So good job for him. Oh, Matej, that's not a good clearance. Tino looking to set up his teammate, but Yannick comes across and cleans up.
Yeah. Buttercup trying to play his middle for his team. It's a great clear. Everyone was pushed up a bit too far. Nathan is a bit awkward, almost on goal in there. Leaves the ball to Matej. Matej will be up for the double. Fake Yannick is there. Oh my god, Yannick gets the dunk.
He bulldozes his way through the defense. This was not gonna be saved on this occasion. Initially, a fantastic save from the Aspire back line, but it just doesn't happen for them to keep it out, and it will be Yannick to get his second of the game. He wants to keep Sistema Solaris in this, and they very much are. Tino might have other plans off the base of the post. Ottercup can't keep it alive, and Sistema Solaris clear their lines.
Buttercup now on the backboard, 100 boosts, get it clear. It's not a good one as Yannick is there, reading that. Now Buttercup looking for the demo, which is Niles. Niles does dodge it and also gets a beat. But Nathan now off the backboard is Phantom. Phantom, nice control, looking for the 50. He does B1, can beat the second one, does 2. That is an open net. Just has to leave it for Yannick. Yannick with the shot, he beats the last defender. And finally, we can say that they might as well have secured this game.
Yeah, I think they certainly have 24 seconds. It's going to have to be a kickoff goal followed by a very, very quick one for the side of Ascent if they do want to take Beckwith Park. And Yannick, by the way, a hat-trick. Tip him if you got him, folks. 3 on the game for him. Now, Ottercup going to look for a quick goal, but Yannick there again, the stalwart for Marcium. Doing fantastic work. The drop down, Ottercup has to challenge. There's not enough time not to. But it doesn't make a difference, and that should be that for game number 5. We are going to a game 6.
Yeah, as we do to. I mean, Marcium have somehow pulled it back, you know. They're not making any mistakes anymore. They're playing together, and Ascent are somehow not peaking again. Apart from that Tino goal.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Although you look at the field domination graphic there and the boost consumption, both in favor of Aspire, so they do feel like they are controlling the game a little bit more, I guess you could say. But Marcium now, I gave them a bit of a slap on the wrist earlier for their conversion rate of the shots to goals. Now they have really found efficiency with that. I mean, 3 goals from 6 shots, that's a good conversion rate. On the other side, Ascent, it's 1 goal from 8 shots. That's not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how, it was, how do I say, it was like some few moments, like a mistake happened here and there that ended up costing them, and they just ended up overextending. They conceded from that overextension, so this time they are getting punished from their overextension, even though they do have the dominance in the field. This time around, Marcium are punishing them.
Yeah, and it looks like we are just going back into it. So there's been a timeout requested in Twitch chat, but it wasn't called in the game, and therefore we continue. So we are in Neo Tokyo, taking a trip to Bob's Ramen for some delicious dinner, and we will see what happens after this. Tino knocks it forwards. Yannick pops the ball high. Ottercup will go to collect, but he uses all of his boost to do so. Yannick clears that one away. And now Nathan collects out of the corner. Be an opportunity here for Marcium. Tino intercepting. Demo on the back lines. Ottercup taken out, but Tino can still bring the ball away for his team. And actually, that's a misplay from Das Bolt, but Yannick cleans up. Not enough. Nathan surely will find a finish. An Aspire lead, 1-0.
Oh my god, it's just a series of unfortunate events coming out for Marcium here as the ball just lands on Niles while he's flipping back. Oh my god. I'm like looking at it happening in real time, and I'm just, in my head, I'm just laughing. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no. Speaking of oh no, Tino's got an opportunity. And it's 2-0. Aspire lead.
Yeah, I mean, people in the chat calling for a timeout. Who needs a timeout when you have Tino absolutely doing anything that he wants at the moment?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Clearly, the team knew something that the chat didn't. And it is Aspire who lead 2-0, maybe 3. Tino looking to get the dunk. Doesn't find it. Nathan leaves it for Ottercup, but Nathan doesn't have any boost. Needs to get back. Needs to try and make the save. Matej off the backboard. Tino can't make the block, but it's over from Yannick. And how good he's been recently with those kinds of shots. He misses one at what might have been the most important time. Das brought over the top, gives Yannick another opportunity. Nathan scrambles across the line and makes the save. Aspire. This looks like the form they were in the first 3 games.
Phantom will miss that. Osaka waits on the backboard. We'll go for a challenge. We'll miss that. Nathan now on the counter attack with a breakaway. As Tino is there looking for the redirect. Could not get down target. Niles though will take control. Has some boost to do something. We'll try and bleed for Yannick who's waiting middle. Cleared by Otaka. Otaka going for the side roll. You missed that. Tino read the rebound. And Nathan there also the rebound gets saved by Phantom.
Yeah, nice work. Ottercup off that side. It's going to be picked up by Das Brot off that left-hand side. Looking for a shot. Nathan clears it away. Ottercup trying to cause some damage. Not going to do so. Mate only sets it up for Tino, who does get a boost steal as well. Very limited boost on the side of Sistema Solaris. They might live to regret that. Not quite. They keep the ball out of the net for now.
It's the middle though for Otaka. Rebound, gets a shot on target, safe though. It's a pitch. It might be on target. Tino has to get a touch here as Phantom is there for the rebound. It's an awkward bounce for him though. Didn't have enough boost as Tino now with the clear away. Yannick leaving it for Niles. Niles with the clear. Nathan there waiting at the side, but will get a touch as Phantom is there. Will pop you uppers for him. Which I'm pleased middle is off over the backboard. It wasn't what he was looking for.
It looks panicky from Marcium. They look like they're trying to solve a puzzle. Struggling with every single piece. As Das Brot now tries to clear this one away. Tino's picked his pocket. Is that going to go in? No, it hits the crossbar. Yannick sends it away. Ottercup goes to meet him. Great interception. But Das Brot now brings it away. Nathan into the middle. There's no one in net for the side of Marcium. But they do enough to take the ball away from the onrushing Aspire. Tino just trying to keep the ball in the corner. Backboard found. Nathan is there to follow in. The bump on the back lines. Watch this back and watch that bump. Aspire go 3-0 up.
Oh yeah, I mean Tino not giving the last defender any space, any breathing space. It's an open net basically for Nathan to score. And now 3 goals up, 2 minutes left. They're on fire again, and I don't know again what happened between last game and this game. It's so different.
Certainly is. That is one of the wonderful things about Academy. Things change from game to game, but one thing that never changes is Nathan is a sharpshooter. 3 goals from 3 shots, and 4-0 go Ascent. It could be all she wrote.
Yeah, and Massive just looking at this, 2 minutes left. They have to find a way to score 4 goals. We want to keep the upper bracket dream alive for now, or do I have to go back to lower brackets and fight there? But now trying to play his middle, all of his teammates are far away. Yannick was looking for a bomb, couldn't find one. Tino with the challenge of Yannick back into the middle. Nathan is there, will take his time for the shot. It's on target, and oh my god! Nathan,
They're having fun out there. They are having fun out there. Certainly Nathan. That's a laser. Bottom right corner.
oh.
I mean, Gaz.
Yeah,
we might be done. We might be done here.
Yeah, I think Nathan called game. I think he called series.
We also stake our claim as 2 of the greatest predictors in the entirety of the RSC.
Yes.
As it seems like our prediction is going to come true. Both of us predicted 4-2 to Aspire. Both of us appear to be bang on the money as Ottercup doesn't get this one. Tino out of the left-hand side. 60 seconds for 5 goals. Well, 70 seconds if you want to put it like that. But Gaz, the maths just is not adding up, really. 5 goals in a minute. I've not seen it done. I think it's possible, though.
It's possible. It's possible, you know. As it's actually 6 goals. It's actually 6. Oh my god.
Me and Gaz are sat in the commentary booth just with our head in our hands right now, which is fair enough. Yeah, so that's gonna be that, folks. 6-0 with 50 seconds remaining. Ottercup off the backboard. Nathan tries to find a ball into the middle. Tino gets up well. Double touch. Tino. Oh my goodness gracious me. If he'd scored that, I mean, maybe we just close the stream down out of respect. Do you know what I mean? Just out of sheer respect. But anyway, 30 seconds remain, and the result, Gaz, is locked in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who lets Tino play in academy, and I don't know who lets him play with Nathan, because what they are cooking is absolutely great. And to think that Ottercap is a 1200, who could have been a sub on another team, is here about to be in the upper bracket. Even though they do concede one late goal, 11 seconds left, they might as well have won this game. And this roster, they look very good. Look very good, and they might as well go on to win the whole tier.
Maybe we need to slow down with that kind of conversation, but they do look very good indeed. Outside of those two games in the middle, doesn't look like they're going to press too much for a Brazil. Actually, scratch that. Nathan into the middle, ball still alive. The one thing Yannick does not want is to be Braziled, so I'd imagine he tries to find the ground. And there it is. Aspire Ascent will go on to Saturday's upper bracket. And I would like to take this moment to laugh at every single other panelist on RS Cast, because none of you know ball. Not a single one of you. All right? Respect me. Respect the predictions, because Aspire take the game in a 4-2 fashion.
Convincingly too. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, Tino, Nathan, Ottercup, they're all good players. And Ottercup, I mean, he might not look flashy and there, but he's always at the right position. He's reading the play very well and making the right choices, and I respect him for that.
Yeah, and it will come as no surprise to the people that it will be Nathan to bring home your series MVP. 11 goals, 24 shots, 8 saves, 5 assists, and a demo to boot. Just the one, though. He wanted to be respectful. He wanted people to stay humble, but great work, Nathan. Played incredibly well in that series and definitely inspired the Aspire victory. And there you see it, Ascent. They go on in the upper bracket. Marcium will drop down to the lower bracket to play someone, I am sure. I believe it's the winner of the Coyotl versus whoever they play in tomorrow's game goes. So there you go. Oh, my apologies. They actually dropped down to play against Illusory Trickery. Thank you very much, production, for getting that very quickly. So Ascent will go on to play 20 recruits. Meanwhile, Trickery will take on Marcium. So the first step of your playoff games has been decided. Others are yet to be. But Gaz, just talk to me a little bit about Marcium for a moment, because there were really good signs for Sistema Solaris at times in that series, and I'd like to bring those to light for a moment.
Yeah, I think they were definitely good sometimes. Yeah, especially the games that they won, they were capitalizing on punishing overextension here and there. But I feel like the main issue for them in this series was more like, I don't think there was any much they could do, because their opponents were just peaking. I think Aspire were just peaking.
Happens.
Yeah. Academy team to be playing like that, I think they're just peaking. Not much you can do.
And I think they certainly were. But Sistema Solaris Marcium, as I say, in those games, definitely did seem to have that team chemistry. They seem to be able to play off of each other very well. I loved when I saw the aggression come out from Marcium. They were able to get those demos, get those bumps, get people disrupted on the side of Aspire. They seemed to struggle with that play style, and it just didn't work out for them in that game number 6. But I'm sure you are all wondering how you could possibly watch more RSC, and well, we are here to tell you folks. All of the dates and times for everything RSC postseason is in front of you. The play-ins for Academy will be taking place today and tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. CEST. Meanwhile, the playoffs on Saturday, this Saturday coming at 6 p.m. CEST, and that goes on for the rest of the week. So Prospect will be taking place on Thursday and Friday this week with their finals, their playoffs on Sunday. Challenger next week on Tuesday and Wednesday with their finals on Saturday. Rival next Thursday and Friday with their finals on the Sunday. And finally, in our final week of the postseason, Elite in 2 weeks today will take to the field on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then, of course, their final will be on the Saturday. And for Master, it will be Thursday, Friday in 2 weeks' time, with the 9th of the 9th of November. I was just checking it was the right way around. the 9th of November being the grand finals for Master Tier. You will not want to miss a single stream, so make sure you follow rsc_eu. And Gaz, we are just about to shut things down. Tell the people where they can find you.
I mean, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Discord too. I mean, I'm always active. And also on Twitch at Gazmag. I can't remember my exact Twitch or whatever it is. But yeah, you can always check me out. You're definitely good to find me.
Absolutely. You can always find me as well at RhinoCast11 everywhere. TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. You can search that. You can find me. A big thank you to Stingray in the background as well, who was our producer for the evening. Did a fantastic job. We appreciate every single thing that he does for the RSC, even if he does get most of his predictions wrong in the prediction competition. But with that, we are going to shut things down. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure for myself, for Gaz, and for Stingray. Take care. We'll see all of you tomorrow for some more Academy action. See you soon.
Do you struggle to rank up in Rocket League? Are you stuck in Diamond while your other friends flex their SSL title? Well, look no further. I have partnered up with LTXAcademy as a coach, and we are ready to boost your gameplay. With multiple tournaments and trophies won and thousands of dollars earned, I will tailor to your needs and make sure you get to that next level. I'm also doing discounted prices for the first 10 days, so you do not want to miss out. And you are also probably thinking,
CMOS, how do I book a session with you?
well, that's easy. Just open up that fancy browser of yours, type metafy.gg/@cmasorl_, pick a session to your liking, book a time, and bang, you're booked, and I'll see you in the call. Once again, that's metafy.gg/@cmasorl_.